Culture is the operating system. Invisible architecture. Silent instruction set. Running underneath civilization. Culture is the operating system. Quiet in the background while the world keeps spinning. Invisible pattern shaping every instinct. Most people never stop long enough to think. Fashion, language, fear, ambition. Passed down like software with every tradition. Everybody sinking to the same transmission. Calling it freedom while obeying the system. Children inherit unfinished code. Learning what to value before they grow old. What to worship, who to blame. Who deserves comfort, who deserves shame. Invisible lines, invisible walls, invisible pressure shaping us all. Invisible code inside every role, quietly directing the modern soul. Culture OS, running smooth through the mind. Invisible architecture hidden deep behind. Culture OS, every trend, every role, programming the rhythm of the modern soul. Culture OS, installed without consent. Most people never question the environment. Everybody downloading social permission, building personalities through repetition. Screens glowing soft in the night vision, turning human beings into algorithmic decisions. Everybody chasing digital affection, curated lifestyles for public inspection. Metrics replacing human connection, validation loops become addiction. News cycles weaponize attention, fear becomes profitable intervention. Outrage spreads faster than reflection. Division sold as audience retention. Consume, repeat, identity built from the social feed. Like, share, swipe, obey. Another version every day. Culture OS, what run deep in the frame, telling people who to love and who to blame. Culture OS, quietly rewriting truth, manufacture reality injected through the youth. Culture OS, invisible command, most people never realize. They've been programmed. Cities glowing cold in neon weather. Everybody isolated together. Digital tribes forming forever. But nobody really understands each other. The rich sell dreams, the poor sell time. Everybody monetizing the human mind. Attention markets, dopamine streams. Human beings converted into data machines. But somewhere underneath the noise, there is still an authentic.
All right, guys, what's up? Change back to Snowboard Joe. So I haven't really been able to be on in a while. I have a family member who is sick, so it's occupying some of my attention. But what I want to talk about today is, and I will put the StreamYard link out too if someone wants to come up here. I want to talk about how we're living in an inverted society. It just is. And that's what you're seeing with this Lindsey Clancy thing, how these women are coming out protecting this just murderous monster. And once you start viewing society as being inverted, it can bring a little bit of peace. It brings a little bit of peace because it's the only way that it can logically make sense anymore. You know, just the worst people are at the top. Look like even right now, there's a lot of people who are not very talented people who are just like killing it somehow. We got Dave Portnoy. What does he really do? He just eats a piece of pizza and talks about sports betting, and he's somehow like a billionaire and the most talented person. He's not. We are just in a really, really we're in a really bizarre time right now, and it's you know, if you're more selfish, you win. You know, if you steal, you win. If you scam, you win. You know, that's kind of the way that it's going right now, and it's just not healthy. And so, what I'm trying to point out is if you accept that it is an inversion, um, you start to have a little bit more peace and start to worry a little bit less. I've really put a lot of time into thinking about it. You can't try to like think of it logically because it doesn't make any sense. The only thing that makes sense is if you flip it on its head and have it, you know, be inverted. So, I know you guys have probably heard a little bit about this, but we're gonna watch a little bit of this Lindsey Clancy broad here, and she's kind of from Mass. So I'm New Hampshire, but Mass is, you know, close.
We are changing definitions to avoid confronting what women are capable of. Because if Lindsey Clancy is purely a victim,
Hey, Secret.
then the world remains a place where women.
Hey, Secret. What do you think about any of this? You know, like if it's an inversion, it's the only way it makes sense. Because these women are defending just a monster for no reason except the only logical thing is they're protecting the sisterhood. But that I don't even know why. I don't even know why they just don't throw her under the bus here.
There was this scene in this movie with Jack Nicholson in which this woman asked him, "How do you write women so well?" And he said something to the effect of,
He's like, I take away logic and reason, or morals and reason, and
exactly,
something like that. Yeah.
And this is, and you know, we're living in such a crazy world where I don't know, this whole experiment is just gone awry, and everything's just going to implode on itself because, you know, here's the funny thing about it. I'm going to ask you a question. What are the names of the children?
I have no idea. It's a great point.
And
Great point.
And when in the world did it become
Really good point.
Where the villain in the story is getting all the headlines, all the highlights, all the sympathy? Where are the marches for the children? Where's the outrage for the children? Who's coming to the defense of the children?
That's a great point. I didn't see, but that's how sick we all are. I didn't even think of that, and I'm here going to be making a show about it. I didn't even really think of that too much, to be honest with you. And what we're going to see too, it's the glorification of this. I am not going to be surprised, guys, if she ends up getting some type of Netflix deal.
Oh,
some type of show or documentary. That's coming.
And
that is coming.
You know it is. And by the way, chat, Cora, Dawson, Callan, Cora, Dawson, Callan.
That's the kids' names, and it's
And why? And like I said before, and I'm listening to this, and it's like, what? And it just hit me that what are the children's name? No one is mentioning the children's name.
I never even thought of it until you said it.
They're the true victim in this. And I'm sorry, you know, I've had a lot of crazy stuff going on in my life, so I've really been active because I wanted to come up and I wanted to talk about this. Because
yeah, it's my first opportunity to talk about it too. I wanted to let a little bit of the wind blow on it, but I was kind of like watching some of the court case today, and people love this woman now. And she actually has a really good lawyer. Her lawyer is like kicking ass. Like the lawyer is actually like really good.
And which he should, because that's how now that's how our system works. It's having two zealous advocates. That's why you always hear me say in previous streams that our court system is an adversarial process. And that's how it should work. The prosecution proving this case, and was it the Sixth Amendment, or was it the Sixth Amendment that gives you the right to legal counsel? And so that's how it should be. But with that being said, that's the court case and what's happening right now. That's not my outrage. My outrage is this woman was able. They raised over $1 million.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that.
And her GoFundMe,
Jesus.
the GoFundMe for her case raised over $1 million. You talk about inversion, perversion.
Yeah, this is it. This is perfect. Yeah.
What is more perverse than that? And and I wonder.
And a ton of that was people who probably didn't have a lot to give either. Like, you know what I mean? Like the single mom who like is probably getting child support or something. Like she's giving her money to this. Like, you know what I mean? Like $100 or whatever. That it's completely. It's just. It's insane.
I didn't get a chance to join AJ streams today, but he made a very he made this really good point in regards to this being a litmus test that men and something, and conservative women who see our point of view, this should be our calling card that if we know someone who supports this buffoonery, if we know someone who actually donated their hard-earned money to this woman, because when did mental illness become an excuse for atrocities? When did mental illness become, that crazy dude who murked the chick on the subway, on the train, with his history of mental illness? Where was his sympathy?
Exactly. Yeah.
So mental illness is no excuse for an atrocity. Yes, she deserves her day in court. Yes, part of our Constitution, she deserves to put on a defense. But here's the thing: I don't have to like or agree with her defense, but she has the right to present it.
Absolutely.
And she has the right to be judged by a jury of her peers made up by taxpayers and constituents of her county. Let them decide, let them weigh the evidence, and let them make the judgment. But for me personally, for society at large, no, it gets to the point to where, I wish I remember who said this. I think it was Craig from Corey Holcomb, from the Corey Holcomb show, and he says something about women will forego what's right, what's righthood for the sisterhood, or what's moral for the sister. And when will we stop doing gender-based politics, and just think of it from the human perspective?
Well, that's part of what I'm trying to say is the only logical thing. It's just the perversion. It's an inversion, just of basically good and evil, right and wrong, or whatever. And they glorify these people. Right here is this other girl. Remember, she drove the car into the brick wall and killed the other two people. She got like a Netflix deal.
Yeah, and can you imagine?
They love this stuff. They love it.
But something else both these women got in common: they're pretty white girls.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, Lindsey Clancy is getting a Netflix deal. It's happening. It's coming. They love to glorify it, like this woman here, Mackenzie something, that drove the car into the. I didn't even know. Yeah, she got a Netflix deal.
Killed two people.
Shrilla. Shrilla. And have you seen her? Have you seen her TikTok dancing in prison?
At the end of the day,
no, I haven't yet.
Bro, look it up. She's fucking posting videos on Instagram and TikTok of her dancing with her stupid ass
Just
friends
having the
in
time
prison,
of her life. Oh my God.
looking like, you know, looking like as much of a whore as you can look like in full prison gear. Dude, it's bullshit.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not surprised.
I'm sorry, Doug. I didn't hear when you first came on, but yeah. Did you see the stuff about her and what's going on, her shenanigans behind bars?
Yeah, dude.
This chick.
Yeah. Or even worse is the girl that killed her. That deleted her Nigerian boyfriend and got
Oh yes.
finally. She's blowing kisses to the crowd, and they said that she's trying to find.
Oh my God.
In the courtroom, and she's already like reaching out to, because I think she only got like 5 years, didn't she?
I'm not surprised. I think Lindsey Clancy is going to get about 10 years and end up serving about 7. Is kind of what I've been predicting.
So let okay. Give me like 2 minutes about this Lindsey.
Yeah,
Clancy.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I don't have any children. AJ doesn't either. I was on the fence, guys. I think it's finally time for me to get a vasectomy. I'm dead serious. I think this Lindsey Clancy case, is going to be.
I've seriously been thinking about the same thing.
Bro. I'm dead serious. I think this is what's going to get me to the freaking doctor's office to get a vasectomy. I'm dead serious because, like, a couple things. One, this whole thing where, okay, feminism has come full circle. It started off saying we're not just our hormones. There should be a female president because we're not going to be controlled by our hormones. Now, white liberal women are saying we can't control our hormones. What the heck, right? Number two, women are acting like estrogen is harder to control than a testosterone. Guys, you guys remember being an 18-year-old boy when all you wanted to do is break stuff and screw stuff.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. All day long. That's all you got about, either breaking something or screwing something, right? It is our obligation as men to society, not optional, to be able to control our hormones. There are videos of women who have PCOS or some kind of condition, and they have to get injected with a testosterone, and it's like 30% or 20% of the amount of testosterone the average man has coursing through his body. They're talking about all their changes and how they're hornier and all stuff like that. Men have to control our hormones because if not, violence happens, right? Women are saying that it's optional for them to control their hormones now. It's insanity. And guys, I honestly believe this. If Lindsey Clancy gets off not guilty by reason of insanity, every child born should be taken from the mother and given to the father until a professional clears them of postpartum depression.
Yeah.
That should be
legal.
And
that's what the mom should, a good mom would want too. She's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, without question.
Yes, because a fetus and a newborn isn't safe in the womb and isn't safe fresh out of the oven either. When is a baby safe? And you're seeing more and more women banging their students, more and more women throwing their kids in dumpsters. And women are allowed to fully emote. They're allowed to live their full range of emotions, damn the consequences. And society, men and children have to suffer the consequences. It's ridiculous. This Lindsey Clancy thing, I don't think women understand, because one of the biggest things is women know not what they're asking for. They know not what they're asking for. You see Massachusetts legalized baby deletion up until birth, guys.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
They love it.
Yes. Women want to be able to take, and guys, this is
because they're demonic. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the only logical explanation after a while that you can come to.
First off, this is the most selfish group of women that ever lived. Their selfishness and their own desires are paramount above God, men, society, and children. And this is just another example. All these women online holding their kids saying, I am Lindsey. You're saying,
oh my God.
Jesus.
You're thinking about taking out your children.
Yeah, they're
I think-
glorifying it.
Yes,
They're glorifying it.
I think that any man in a custody battle who's the mother of her children or supporting Lindsey Clancy or posting stuff online
Yep.
need to do an immediate file for custody of that child ASAP.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and just real quick, and that's why we should be spreading the word about this space, this community, because for too long, men, we have gone along to get along. For too long, we've put our head down and got to work and did what we needed to do just to make ends meet and to provide protection. And we need to stop doing that. We need to now take a pause, take our head up from out the hole, and we need to start speaking up, fighting back, and voting with our dollars. And stop.
I'm just gonna
supporting
get
this foolery.
a kind of get a vasectomy, and like what Doug said, I'm really resonating with that because I mean, if you're gonna like, it's starting to become logical. If you bring a kid into this world, there's a lot of it's not going that great, and you can't trust any of these women to do that. You can't find a good woman to trust.
And guys, here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. If you say, Doug and PA, do you want children? I'd say yes. Yes. But the problem is you have to have one with one of these modern women. And I'm willing to not play the game to not lose, guys.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
It's just like how I always say, what is the number one job that American men say they want in the United States, even to this day in
To be a
2023?
father.
Huh?
To be a father.
No.
For a job.
I'm talking occupation.
Oh, I think it was like, NFL player.
Yeah, NFL quarterback, right? Right.
Well.
So, but men will probably say that they would want to be an NFL quarterback, knowing that they're never going to be one, right?
Yeah.
I think men are, because men are more honest than women. Women say they don't want a man, knowing dang well that
Exactly.
they want one. A man will say, I want a wife and children, but accept the fact that he's not going to get one, just like how he says he wants to be an NFL quarterback, knowing dang well he's never going to be one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
want to get
right
that.
here we have another example, and this one kind of went under the radar a little bit.
What?
This woman was in the same area, so she's from New Hampshire. She basically lives near UNH, and she deleted her family and herself. And but wait a second. Women were defending her at first. Then we come to find out she stole about $100K from work, and she was about to get busted. So she just deleted herself, and I don't think she deleted the husband, but she deleted her kids as well. This was another example of it, but women instantly started to come to her defense. And then a few more days came out, and they started to look at the books and a couple other things, and they saw that she was stealing like $100K from work. Let me go just play this for a second here.
I want this to be a nightmare. I don't want this to be my life.
It was a diagnosis,
And she had a great house, great family, great area.
family should have to take on. A 48-year-old husband and father of 3 diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. His wife taking to
Oh yeah, so the father had terminal brain cancer, but I think she tries to still blame it on him.
TikTok.
The guy didn't delete the kids, she did. But you notice she's like a Lindsey Clancy. She's the archetype of the same woman, but you haven't really heard about her because they kind of kept this one quiet.
To grapple with her grief.
This was probably 1 year ago.
It's just hard to have this life and have absolutely nothing in my control.
But what no one could have predicted, the next step.
See those eyes there?
Those SSRIs?
Yeah, no, they're like the Jaws.
The only thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eye.
She would take, murdering her husband and 2 of her 3 children, leaving
Oh, so one of them, I think the youngest one made it alive. So she did the same thing. And I think she just didn't finish the job on the last kid.
Behind only one cryptic TikTok to make sense of it all.
I have been struggling so much and really depressed and just have really become reclusive.
This is Scandal, presented by Law and Crime.
So she was doing the same thing, milking it beforehand, and she was stealing her tits off from work too. She didn't bring that up, so she had a ton of money. Yeah, she was stealing her tits off from work at the same time.
I'm Sierra Gillespie.
We'll get to Lindsey Clancy, but I'm just showing another example. And women came out and defended this woman first. And that the reason I knew a little bit more about it is it's more my like neck of the woods. And it's just like I don't see any reason why she had to do all this. Like you could put your kids up for adoption. There's a whole bunch of things.
Exactly. Look, I once saw a woman take her I think preteen daughter and dropped her off at Child Protective Services. And literally, y'all keep her. I don't want her. I'm done with her and her disrespectful ass. I'm not dealing with her no more. And she literally dropped her kid off and I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, what the hell? And she was able to drop off that kid, and she left. Now I don't know how it all played out. But can you imagine a man saying, I'm done with this. I'm not taking no more responsibility for these bastards. So even at women, the crazy thing about this world, at any point in time, a woman can walk away from her children. But to delete them, this is just diabolical.
But the reason, always, every single time, the underlying reason of why they do it is because it's not about them anymore.
Yeah.
That's basically the main motive almost every single time.
Snowboard, C-grip. Postpartum depression isn't a real thing, dude. It's not. If you have children with a man, if a woman has children with a man that she loves and respects, there is no postpartum. Guys have post-nut clarity where they screw some chick and afterwards like, God dang it, what did I do? Remember, now more than ever, we have women, because we have social conventions in place that try to get men and women to deny biological reality, right?
Yeah.
So women have the biological need to couple with a man. But the problem is these social conventions, I'm a boss babe and stuff, are preventing women from getting the skills and recognizing the work it takes to be a wife. And it's the same thing with the mother. Women have just like how men have the biological need to screw everything, women have the biological need to have children, right? But social conventions are preventing women from doing the work to figure out how to be mothers. So you have women getting married without knowing how to be a wife or knowing that it's going to be work and having children.
Or valuing it.
Yeah.
At all.
And it's the same thing with being a mother and having children. So that's what this whole postpartum thing is. A lot of women, the baby rabies washes over them, or the need to couple with the man, but they don't think about the kind of guy they need. They go for a guy they want. Then when stuff gets serious, i.e., you have a freaking mouth to feed, they regret the man they had a kid with,
and the kid's got autism, and it's getting hard, you know. But seriously, though, I mean, kids are a lot of work and everything, and the chances of that going up are higher right now. But you know what I mean? Everything that Doug is talking about is an inversion. Like we're everything right now is inverted from the way that it should be. Women should hate this woman so much, but they don't. And and they can't overcome the brainwashing to not hate her. Really. In fact, they're defending her. I don't know, because they view themselves as kind of like one consciousness, I guess, a little bit in a sense, like sisterhood.
Let me tell you the difference between, okay, so like, it's like the whole manosphere red pill thing, right? Okay, women will see Kim Kardashian on TV, buy her clothes, get a BBL, get plastic surgery, and think that they can literally be Kim Kardashian, right? See, men, we know that we will never be a successful man, but we can emulate habits from that man to become our own version. It's the same reason why if you like a woman will see like a Sydney Sweeney and be all pissed and be like, how dare she be on TV in a movie? A man will see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine with the shirt off and be like, dang,
I need to hit that gym.
I need to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. It's two different mindsets. And that's why women hate the red pill so much. They think that when they see the Andrew Tates and stuff, that men, we want to be him. No. The Donald Trumps, the Andrew Tates, even the most top. Look, most guys who are successful, you may not agree with everything that they're doing, but success doesn't fall out of the sky. You can emulate certain aspects of a person to become your own version of success. But women think that we want to be that person. No, it's not how it is.
Well, women, I've called this, it's two things. Disney brain and Hollywood brain. Those things go together, and that's once you get those two ingredients, they say, I can be that. And goddamn, I deserve to be that. I'm a princess and I'm the best and I deserve to be that. If I'm obese, I still deserve to be it. So they, without doing any work or having any talent or anything either. So that's the Disney and Hollywood brain. They believe that stuff can happen. And when they are a little bit younger and semi-hot, there's a little bit of that can make them think that a little bit. But besides that, it's very ungrounded. It's just not realistic. And it's like, oh, we're just going to have everyone be Kim Kardashian. It's a Disney brain. It's Hollywood brain. But they really, really, really believe that. And it's sad. And they value it over human life. They value it over being of service to others. Like there's, we know the classic thing you guys always say, men are selfless, women are selfish, but they just have become completely selfish. Our grandmothers and I'll speak from my mom, they're the most selfless people, but they're the happiest people. And they're just like, they can't see another way of doing anything. They're like, well, I live for my family and helping people in my community. And, I don't need a ton of money to do it because I like helping people and being of value. That would be the way that they, would give. The women now, they just want to take, receive, they're very like gluttonous and, not gluttonous. They're just greedy with it. Me. They're so vacuous and vapid, and it's never going to be enough. Too. That's another thing. Like for these women, like this woman we have up on the screen, great neighborhood, great house, great everything. A really good life. Kids are fine. Kids had no problems. The husband was starting to get some brain issue, but he still was able to work and do everything. It wasn't just like he was going to die next week. So but she still had to steal from work. She still, what I'm saying, it becomes more and more and more. So their egos are getting out of control. We might need some burkas and stuff going on here. Like that's how extreme the answer to this is going to have to be, because their ego is just getting completely out of control to the point where they're willing to kill for it. They're willing to kill for the inconvenience, for their ego or social life being inconvenienced. Like the girl who drove the car into the brick wall. She's willing to end a couple lives and not even really let it bother her at all. So this is becoming instinctual for women now. So we have, and again, look at the social credit these women get. Lindsey Clancy is probably like, God damn, I actually got what I wanted now. I'm like a celebrity. this is awesome.
Mm.
So, you know what I mean? Like, so we are putting these people on a pedestal, and we do this a lot too. Jeffrey Dahmer, you know, all these people, these psychopaths, it's not merely a fascination with them. It's a celebration. It's an idolization. It's truly inverted. These people should be shamed, and you know, they shouldn't be getting $1 million, you know.
No,
And if it was a
Guys,
man, he'd be under the jail, of course.
Guys, real fast. I've been saying this ever since I got on the internet. Liberal white women are the most dangerous people on the
Yep.
planet.
Yeah.
And the liberal white women in the West, so first off, they always talk about white supremacy and all this stuff. They can marry a white guy, have his kids, benefit from whiteness, but then call him an oppressor call her husband an oppressor at the same time.
Wait,
Kill his kids.
and have a nanny.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes, dude. They have the ultimate.
Great point. Yeah.
The biggest problem is they get to benefit from all this whiteness and everything that they hate so much, but then they can try to come over here with us brown people and get the social credit of trying to save us, or they can kill the white guy's kids, and all the rest of the white liberal women are like, yeah, oh my God, they have the ultimate loophole, guys. The ultimate loophole is white liberal women in the West. I don't know how that happened. There's no one more dangerous.
They've killed more people than wars just from the abortions. I know a lot of them are, you know, black and stuff too, but like they're killing. No, but they're killing a lot, and they don't view it as that way. So it's like they are the only thing that they defend is like, you know, like en masse. They're saying, oh, I mean, Massachusetts, like you can have an abortion up to 9 months pregnancy. They care more about that than someone getting like insulin who needs it and shit like that. So that's what I'm saying. This is an inversion of our society. It's kind of in a way glorifying death, worshiping death, worshiping. Because that's kind of what this is here.
Well, that just shows you just how far we've gone with dehumanizing language, dehumanizing life. We've turned it into a farce to where, you know, there's a saying that we've all heard: if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And these chicks have fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Because, you know, the things that make us human, it's like it's being bred out of or programmed out of so many people this day and age. You know,
inverted
we talked about,
somehow.
Yeah. We talked about how, you know, how these high body counts and just this constant need for dopamine hits and just how it depletes you. And to where, look at her, just a shell. That's a shell. That's a shell. There's no life there. There's no spark. There's no life.
No.
It's insane.
But let me just show this.
I gotta drop off. It was good.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
But this is another example that went under the radar, and this woman was clearly in the wrong, and she was stealing from work, and she killed everybody except I think the little kid somehow survived a little bit.
Really happy.
We're going to get into Lindsey Clancy too, but I'm just showing another example from roughly the same area about a year ago, and they kept this real quiet. In fact, when I tried to type her name in to YouTube, it kept bringing up other stuff. So because a lot of people started defending this woman at first. Well, not people, women.
Essential New England family. They've got a bunch of cute fall pictures. It looks like they're smiling and living it up. But all of that changed when Ryan, the father, received some devastating news in April 2025. He was diagnosed with glioblastoma, which is a terminal brain cancer.
He's kind of a pig looking a little bit.
Shortly thereafter, Emily started making TikTok videos about Ryan's journey, including his cancer treatment.
She making it about herself.
And updates just like this one.
It's just like, okay, now we have totally lost control. At least when he was going through radiation, I know that it's been hard on him. I know that it's been exhausting. His brain is swollen. He feels so many symptoms. That has been hard.
She's still gonna make it about her.
For me,
of course,
to watch. But now we're in a phase of monitoring where like reoccurrence can happen, where during
So he's beating it.
Radiation, it has totally halted. So I feel a lot of anxiety about that.
But he's beating the disease. But the reason I'm showing this, if you look at this woman and then you look at Lindsey Clancy, let me bring up maybe a picture of her. They're the same archetype. They did the same thing. I think they lived in the same area. Upper class, the upper middle class. That Madbury area is a beautiful town. Call it safe as fuck. Wicked safe. No problems there. They probably each had nannies. Each were driving, a pretty new car. Like they had pretty much most everything. They didn't live in a shitty apartment. They had a house with a backyard, the dogs, the white picket fence, all that stuff. And they still had to make it demonic, I guess. It's bad. So I just want to show her a little bit more again because she really went under the radar.
Hard.
Again, this isn't Lindsey Clancy. This is somebody else.
To like fathom life without this treatment because we're counting on it so heavily. Like we have relied on this to stop the growth of his tumors. And I can't fathom not having this because it was like our safety net of comfort. So I'm just curious, like, as you move past the standard of care, because this is like the first of hopefully many or hopefully none, either a ton, which means his reoccurrences are treatable, or nothing, which means he doesn't have a reoccurrence. Like those are like my really only two options that I will accept.
Throughout it all, Emily documented how Ryan dealt with the treatment, how he was feeling, and really just detailed their love story. In this particular TikTok, she writes, "Watch me brag about my husband for 7 minutes.
But my husband is like..."
Fast forward that because you tried to kill him. Well, you did kill him, so I don't think that mattered. We need to listen to that.
Comfortable telling them and like what the consensus was going to be of.
Anyways, let me fast forward it maybe a little bit more. But she deleted, I think, even one more kid. Let me see what this guy says here. Then we'll do Lindsey Clancy. But this is going to be an archetype of woman that you're going to see more of, guys. This will be a trend.
To put to sort of demonize, mental health issues, but there are so many avenues available to all of us who are struggling, right? And to feel that the only way out is to take out everyone that you love, it's just that's what will never sit right, especially with this family.
And that's where it's demonic. Just if you want to delete yourself, that's, but still it's kind of selfish, but I'm going to let you off the hook and just say, hey, if you don't want to be here, like, I get it. I wouldn't recommend doing if you have a bunch of kids relying on you and this dog and stuff here, but that's different. Why you're taking everyone else out is demonic. It's unnecessary and it's evil. So it's just evil, basically. We don't have to say demonic, I guess, but it just, it is.
No, because it's selfish.
Yeah, it is.
If I can't be happy, no one can be happy. If I'm not going to live, you're not going to live without me.
Yeah,
it's selfish.
Yeah.
Family, and the friends of this family, they will never get over this fact that all she had to do was seek some sort of help from anyone and get some kind of intervention to prevent this unbelievable tragedy.
See how lazy that was? They didn't want to do any work for that family, for the community, or anything.
That will never sit right with anyone who is known to this particular family.
And I don't want to throw any shade on mental health issues at all. I mean, I literally have a doctor's appointment tomorrow to up my anxiety and depression medication.
Of course you do. You're a modern woman.
Snowboard. Just right to self.
Yep.
Just right to self.
Yep.
Well.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
I have an appointment tomorrow to get on the same medications that they were all on.
You know something? And so I want to share something. If it's okay. I want to get personal for a moment.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm done. So I think I don't know if I shared this with you guys in the past, with you in private, but the apartment complex that I live in, every year, lease renewal, something always go caca with them, and they screw things up, and it just makes my life hell for several months to get everything straightened out. Several weeks, 7 months to get everything straightened out. Almost every lease renewal. And so, and this one is no different.
That's called the small hat factor.
Well, so I go to look at my rent, and I see that, well, hold on, why is my rent $2,000? Well, it was almost, it was a little less than almost like up, it was like up several $100s more than what it should have been, like literally almost $1,000 more than what it should be. Then I go out to get my car. I go out, and I see my car is gone. So I'm thinking this all happened, this Friday.
They towed it from some not having a sticker or something.
Well, apparently they changed the vendor, something that we don't have stickers. We have to go online and register our car. My car's been registered for couple of years. And so, but long story short, and they towed my car like on Monday or Tuesday, and I didn't see it till Friday because I worked from home. And
luckily you worked from home.
Yeah.
No, because if you didn't, you can loot. Like I've seen that happen. Like when I lived at an apartment place, I got my car towed once or twice because of that. You have to go get it the next day, and it fucks up your going to work. Like you can lose a job over that.
Yeah, but on top of that, they want to charge you all these damn fees.
Yeah.
So like $100 a day, and so
it's like mafia. It's a low-level mafia, legalized mafia stuff. Yeah.
And I'm like beside myself because I'm like, what the hell? I'm not paying all this money, and with everything that I was going through, everything got resolved on Monday. I got my car back on Monday. Got it back with no fee charge or stuff like that. But with that being said, thank God I have the money and resources that if need be, I could just bite the damn bullet and pay the $800 to get my car back. And then deal with the extra $1,000 and rent that they were trying to, and I might not have liked it. I would not have liked it, but at least, unfortunately, everything worked out. That the money got resolved. They fixed the billing error. I got an accountant. I contacted a lawyer. Unfortunately,
you had the small hat.
Exactly. But here's the thing. The point that I'm trying to make is, I was just thinking, what if I didn't have it? That what if I had no money? What if I had no coins that I can go to a coin shop or we buy silver place and be able to walk in with, $1,000 or, $2,000 worth of silver or gold and get that money in 20 minutes? What if I didn't have access to retirement accounts to where I could just, even though it would have killed me,
Yeah.
bite the
You mean
bullet,
like
pull the
most
money
of
out.
America, Seagrip?
Yeah.
But I'm serious.
But no, but then I wonder.
They're on the brink of mental breakdowns.
Exactly, and so it's like, and I can see, and I can see why people get to the point to where that they feel as though they have no options, no hope, and take themselves out. I kind of saw that this weekend.
Yeah.
But I have no sympathy for these women because they had husbands. They had resources. They had nannies and doctors to go get
They weren't struggling financially at all.
Exactly.
Like you're gonna see they're in a well off, and in fact, this woman that we're talking about here was stealing $100K from work. So she was just taking shit from work. So she had more money than she knew what to do with.
Exactly. And for these women out here that feel like they need to defend, no. F the sisterhood. Whatever happened to what's right? What happens to humanity? This is just insane.
That's what I'm trying to get at with the show this time. It's an inversion. It's an inversion. It's Secret. What you're saying is what it should be, but it's the complete opposite of that, and celebrated right now.
But let me ask you this question: how much of this do you think it's Western culture? Do you think we would see this in? I can see some
like Russia or something.
America
Hell
getting
no.
this.
No.
But countries where people literally have to work together to survive. I was watching a video about this country in Southeast Asia. I think it was the Filipino P.
Yeah, if we could also maybe put it this way: if it's any type of agricultural society, they would not tolerate any of this because they're going to say like, well, you have to work to eat and support your community and stuff. If she just deleted herself, that would maybe be a little bit different. Japan is kind of okay with that. I wouldn't think it's great if you have 3 kids, but the fact that she took out others is demonic. I don't know why. Like, I don't see why it's necessary. None of anything she did was necessary whatsoever.
Well, I've made no secret that when I retire, I'm out of here. I'm living abroad. And I was watching this podcast, and it was the Filipino P, and she asked about a half dozen or so Filipino women, why do you think Western men prefer us than their women back home? And listening to their reason, it was just whoa.
Yeah.
And because the things that they were saying were things like, because we're loyal, we will work to keep our marriage working, to
we
keep
have
our family
human
together.
dignity, and we're just like a human.
I'm here because I'm going to support him. I'm going to make sure he comes home to a clean house. I'm going to make sure that he eats well and that he's taken care of. And I'm listening to this.
And Seagrip's like this. He's like,
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots?
I can't stand you. I can't stand you.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots?
And that's the reason why I'm holding off on the vasectomy. That's the reason why I'm holding off on the vasectomy.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, so when I'm saying the inversion here, I am mostly talking about the United States, basically, because that's where I live and that's where this is taking place. But the only way to find any peace with it is accept that it is an inversion. Otherwise, you're just saying it's so evil. How can this happen? It's like, well, it can only happen in this framework. And a lot of the problem is the pharmaceutical companies that put these people on these drugs. That every school shooting, all these people who are doing this are on these psychotropic drugs.
Well,
Every single time, and they're never held accountable, and they're making all kinds of money, and they don't give a shit about any of this. Not
it's
one
like
of them will be in trouble.
it's like we've lost the ability to self-regulate ourselves and our emotions and our thoughts. You know, how can I put it? Getting a good night's sleep, trying to eat right, stay hydrated, you know, finding a community that you can belong to, finding your tribe.
Yeah.
And so, and because, these are all things that I think that now the pharmaceutical,
Get
better
your
living,
walk on, Carlos.
yep,
Nice. Get moving.
that,
See, Carlos. Sorry to interrupt. Carlos writes in, I'm listening to y'all while I'm taking a walk. A lot of people just don't even fucking walk around.
yeah,
They got to do some basic stuff. Move around. Get in the sunlight. Put your phone down all day and be a human being. Garden. Do all these things. All these women from these other places that Seagrip just mentioned, they're a little bit more of an agricultural traditional society where they're not consumed by all this bullshit. So that right there is half the battle. Then the women can have their regular feminine programming, not the inversion. They say, I want to have a baby and feed. I want to be a nourisher and help the people around me. I can help the old lady next door or the old man next door. And I bake cookies for people and shit like that. They don't value that anymore. They value the opposite of that.
I want to share something, and maybe this is just a whole placebo thing, but I was listening to, so as I was dealing with all this stuff, I was listening to this woman, a couple of women, and I had two people that said part of their morning routine, as soon as their alarm goes off, they get out of bed immediately and they open up their curtains. One opens up her curtain to have natural light come in to the room, and the other one, she goes make her cup of coffee and she goes out on the balcony in the morning. So when she gets up at 6 in the morning, she goes out on the balcony and drinks her cup of coffee so she can have that sunlight. And that's what, and so I've been doing that over the past couple of days.
Yeah, that's a way to get vitamin D and get your circadian rhythm the right way. Men will produce more testosterone too if they go out into the morning sunlight and interact. Like the ideal thing that you would probably do is you go out in the morning sunlight without looking at your phone.
Yeah.
And walk with your bare feet on dewy grass is probably the best that you could do for all that. And then you can have your coffee or whatever. But we are losing part of this inversion problem. We're losing touch with humanity. These people are not humane anymore. These women are so the more the technology goes up, the more the humanity goes down. And that's where we're getting the inversion that I'm speaking about. And women are more affected by it than men. Men, there's still evil men here too, doing bad shit. I'm not trying to make it a battle here, but a lot of women are just not denouncing her and just saying, "Hey, she's a bad seed." Instead, they're trying to like just do anything but make her be responsible for it. And if it's a man, they like just one other thing really quick. There's a guy, another case that I've been following for a while. The guy's name is Brian Kroberger. They call him the Idaho 4 murderer. And luckily he didn't get sentenced to the death penalty, but they were going to there's not a lot of evidence to send him to jail. They're just saying he's a creepy guy they have like just a little bit of evidence, but I don't think he could have possibly done what they're saying that he did, and they've painted him as a complete murderer and all that. But you have the opposite of this, where the woman did actually do it, and there's a ton of evidence, and now they're saying, oh no, she really kind of didn't, or if she did, some demon man possessed her and then made her do that. It's just like, come on here, people. And the whole time we're glorifying this as some type of sacrifice or something. It's very strange. It's almost like the more the people kill, the more the celebrity that you're becoming. And
see,
that's not good. That's what I'm trying to say here. Subconsciously, our society is valuing that. That's the inversion.
And
this woman's value has gone up. Casey Anthony's value has gone up. Remember her, that woman that deleted her baby?
Yep.
That woman's value's gone up. She actually was in my state not too long ago in the town I used to live in. She was looking kind of hot. I maybe would have taken her out. I'm not going to put a baby in her. I would have a little fun. That's just me messing around. But like, their value goes up. This woman, like I said, will get a book deal, a Netflix thing. The woman that killed the two guys into the brick wall, her value went up. Her status went up.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say her infamy and notoriety, because these women can't discern
not value,
between good attention and bad attention. All they see is attention. It's no different than these women. Was it when AJ did his stream on these old broads, and how they're like, I'm 40 and I'm 15, I'm 40 and 50-year-old, and I got all these men sliding in my DMs, that they can't discern between sexual attention and relationship, sexual attraction and relationship attention. They're two different things. And these women.
Will you buy me a PS5?
So,
or whatever the new PlayStation is, whatever that is.
So she's getting all this attention and everything like that because they can't discern good attention from bad attention.
No, but that's the thing about attention, though, in general. Where attention goes, energy flows. We're an attention economy. Advertisers like attention. Companies like Netflix, like they'll make a documentary about anything. If it's got a lot of attention, we're going to make a documentary on it. They don't care if it's good, bad, whatever. So it multiplies it. And
because in their mind, it's a
no one is
audience.
shaming her. Yeah, it is a built-in audience, and women love this true crime bullshit, trying to say, oh, maybe there's a different motive behind it. When it's a man, nope. If this was a man, he'd be under the jail, and then someone in jail would have already deleted him now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And none of us would shed a tear.
Nope.
None of us would shed a tear.
And we shouldn't. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Carlos writes in, I'm very skeptical of this case. Mainstream media is pushing the case so hard. Well, this has happened a while ago, believe it or not. Because I remember, because I'm from the Northeast, so I've heard about these two cases that I'm talking about a while ago. And it just was kind of like so demonic and sick. I was like, I don't even really want to look into this. The media is in there more, and some of these people too that also are coming to her defense. Some of them can be almost a paid protester type, George Soros type. Some of them can be like that, but that's enough to start the wave going. So I haven't really looked into it too much, but it's just an inversion is the point that I'm trying to make. It's like our society's inverted with a lot of things. Doctors are making you sick, or doctors don't want you to be fully healthy because then they're out of a job. A lot of things, like they say, don't eat a lot of fat. I've been eating more fat and I feel better than ever. and losing weight and stuff. So a lot of things that we're told are just the opposite. It's an inversion. So with here, everybody knows this is wrong, this is evil. Everybody knows that. But what are we seeing? She's being not necessarily glorified, but this is getting way more attention than it needs. And none of it's like shaming. Nope. There's another woman who they did this to in Mass who like was drunk and like backed over a cop. She got off. She's probably getting a book deal and documentary about her. They love it when women are not held accountable. Casey Anthony, she wasn't held accountable. Women love that. They love it, love it, love it, because it goes to their agenda. See, women are just innocent. It couldn't possibly be her. Some demon came in and took over her and made her do it through her body, but it wasn't actually her. So just any mental gymnastics besides just being like, well, she was just a bad person. No one is saying all women are bad people, but that's how women think in sort of that group mentality. Like a pack of dogs.
Any reason to excuse her. Because remember how crazy it got when they were trying to do the mental gymnastics, that it was the husband.
Yeah. Yeah, well, of course, because it's just the easiest thing that they can, go to next. So we'll go to a little bit. Let me just play this abroad a little bit more right here.
All of us are struggling with this, or at least know someone who.
And mental health, guys, mental health problems are real. But anytime there was a school shooter, do you ever hear anything about his mental health? I don't really hear anything about it or anything like that, especially when it's a man. They never really do. They never really do it. So, we're just not seeing any equality here. Like, this is, in a way, this is kind of a good thing, because it's just showing. It's like, I don't know what other example you guys need to see how sick these people are and how inverted it is and how our media loves this stuff. We're a little obsessed with death here, in a sense. This is, people clearly like this. I mean, we're here talking about it. I'm trying to not really talk about it so much and showing you that there's something bigger going on here in the mass American psyche. So let's try this one right here. Said male voice told Lindsey to kill kid. Why does it have to be a male voice? You're not a biologist. You don't know if it's a man. You know what? So let's see what this nonsense will say here.
Having heard a voice.
A voice that allegedly told Lindsey Clancy.
Is this the husband? He looks like a kid, kinda.
To kill her children.
She said she heard a man's voice.
Again, guys, dead. The only guy who should delete himself is this guy. And he's not. I might delete myself if I was this guy, to be honest with you. And by the way, women would want that to happen. They're gonna say, see, he couldn't live with the guilt of what he did.
And the sad thing is,
love it. They would love that.
And you know what's even crazy? You're right.
Yeah, they would love it.
That's what makes this. That's what makes what you just said jacked up. That you're right. You're right.
Yeah. And I don't want to be right about these things, guys. That I'm understanding the formula of kind of the pathology of what's happening here. Like, I'm kind of seeing the mechanism. Because, guys, there's gonna be more of these. There will be more of these coming. We're probably gonna see. There's going to be more of these coming. So the next thing that will be coming, because we're getting into assassination attempt season. I'll say that. Around September, October, that's when you start to see some either false flag type thing where it's meant to look really bad. What do we have? October 6th thing. We've had that Vegas shooting. We had Charlie Kirk being deleted. obviously September 11th. So we're coming up to that. As soon as the elite people leave their summer home on Cape Cod and all that, and the weather gets colder, that's when you start to see these things happen. So that's coming too, but there's going to be more of these. This woman is an archetype.
Telling her that if she didn't do it now, she would lose her chance or something like that.
But the prosecution says this story about that voice, it emerged in a critical 18-minute window.
Well, because it provides a convenient way of lessening your own culpability.
Lindsey Clancy has admitted she killed her 3 kids, but was she in control when she did it? That answer may come down.
Does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, what are we going to say? Let's say that she wasn't. Should we just let her out in society? And that's probably going to happen again. If a man wasn't in control, he would be in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, basically, are they saying, like, is she not responsible somehow? That's basically all that they're saying. And guys, you have to Brian writes in, if it sounds like a psyop, it maybe is. Yeah. I don't think this is particularly one. If they might just be sort of leveraging it as one a little bit to see how much they can push people, because a lot of these women are just, I don't understand what, like, this is the hill you're going to die on.
Yeah.
Defending this cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all the causes and things going on in the world and everything like that, this is the hill you're going to die on. That you're this is fighting the good fight. That it only is if you're a demon. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Down to one thing, the voice. Who heard about it, what they heard, and what exactly they were told. We are going to be zeroing in on that voice, and we will let you decide. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Lindsey Clancy. This is the woman that all of America has been talking about, because she is the mother accused of strangling to death her 3 young children, Cora, Dawson, Callie. Now, here's the thing. This is what makes this case very different. There is no dispute, really, about what happened on January 24th.
Okay, then let's move on. There's no dispute, really, what happened. She admitted she did. Okay, let's move on.
Exactly.
No, we're going to blow it out. We're going to make her the victim as much as she... See, they've already kind of won making her the victim. Because no matter what happens, she's going to be a victim even more. So the deal has already been done. You've got the install. She may as well be found not guilty because the social conditioning has pretty much already happened. In fact, if she gets let off free and the husband goes and deletes her, he's going to get in jail right away. No, not much of a trial for him. He's actually worse than her somehow. Carlos writes in, I think it might be a psyop. Lindsey seems like a male to female inverted her husband. I don't know. There could be. Well, no, this is a real event. This has happened like 6 months ago. It happened like the winter. Because I heard about this because I sort of live near this area a little bit. And, well, this is Mass. I live in New Hampshire, but there's another one that was in New Hampshire that was around like the same type of thing where she killed the husband too. She just deleted everybody except one small kid somehow made it alive. So we're going to see these more. They should have taken the other one and made it a psyop. This one, it's a better image that they can now use. It's an opportunistic way to do it. She's in a wheelchair and stuff. It looks better. This one's hotter than the other one. You know, shit like that. It really actually means stuff.
2023, because Lindsey Clancy admitted to killing.
This is basically to deprogram your humanity in the name of like feminism is really what it is. Like, let's be honest here. Like, guys, if you are a feminist, like, this girl died. You know, I don't know if these are two boys here. They kind of had a strange name, but you know, like, we're the feminists for this girl. Oh, it's not convenient. Okay, it's not convenient.
Her kids. I say no dispute. You'll see there's certain things on social media. We're not even going to touch that. The question is, the legal question for this jury that's hearing this case.
And by the way, guys, this lawyer is like really good. I was watching a little bit today. This guy is like killing it. This guy is like gonna get her off. This guy is like doing an awesome job. I hate to say that, but like for everyone deserves a vigorous defense. And this guy is like killing it. I was actually really impressed with that guy. His skills, you know.
The one that they have to answer.
We all know most lawyers are scum.
Answer is
why? Or a lot of them are.
That's the critical question. Because her defense says she wasn't in control.
Huh, why? It's selfishness. Okay, can we move on now? How could it not be selfishness? You know what I'm saying? Like, how could it not be selfishness? The husband's new GF is hotter too. Probably a news story. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they're probably going to call her bad. Wow.
That she was hearing.
Yeah, because the case is just being more popular now. But this happened like, you know, a while ago. There was snow on the ground when this happened. This is not new. So this is selected to get you outraged.
Male voice, a command, one that was very straightforward, allegedly saying you have to kill the kids before she potentially.
It's very important. It's a male voice, guys. So it's some weird demon ghost, but we do know that it's a man ghost. Because somehow ghosts have genders now and shit. All these liberals that say you can't say what gender they are and all that, but we know it was a man's voice. Crazy. You know what I mean? The ghost can't be a they, them. It's a ghost. You know what I mean? What did it do? It leave a themathesto? And I think the ghost, I think it was saying this to her at first.
Open the door or I'm going to throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
Then this.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
That's what she said to her kids.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
One other thing, guys, here. What women of talent are popular in our media? None. You have this girl, Hawk to a girl. Taylor Swift is mediocre at best. She's not, guys, people are not going to be like thinking Taylor Swift is like, you know, that Fleetwood Mac bitch. I'm for drawing Stevie Nicks. They're not even in the same universe. Taylor Swift makes basic bitch, goy slop, Coca-Cola garbage music. There's no women in our media or, you know, news cycle or anything who are actually talented. So, they, you know, Hawk to a Girl was the most famous one. Now, Lindsey Clancy. We've had Casey Anthony. Maybe some OF chick. That's it. So you see who we're elevating here? And a lot of it is who women elevate. I guess maybe the Kardashians or something. And one of the Kardashians, Caitlyn, did kill somebody on the highway in an SUV. Yeah, Carlos puts in, give me $1 million. Yeah. It's crazy. So I just also want to say that too, like, you know, and so when a woman is talented, other women don't want to like lift her up. If it was more talented over a man, then yes. But, you know, like, who do we have for a talented musician, female musician? Lizzo? Maybe? I think she played like the flute, so she did, kind of technically play an instrument.
Look, Snowboard, we don't want to hear about your penis nicknames.
Actually did harm to herself. The legal question that this jury will be confronted with is whether or not she was criminally responsible. Did she suffer from a mental disease or defect that put her in a position where she could not conform her
See what I'm saying? There's snow on the ground. This is a while ago.
actions to the law?
Guys, this is a nice house. This is a Cape style house. The average house in this town, Madbury, is probably about $600K. You're kind of basically on the seacoast almost.
That she could not appreciate the wrongfulness of her actions, the illegality of her actions. Was this a conscious, voluntary action? Now, this voice,
does it matter?
Exactly.
The end result is the same right now. We can't go back and undo it. Let's say she just blacked out drunk. Let's say she was drunk and blacked out. Would that be an excuse? No.
Oh yeah.
Carlos X writes in, or Time to Think writes in, Carlos X, you're on point. I'm not saying this didn't happen, but how much the news is pushing. I was talking to a woman that's against LGBT and offing babies, that she told me she thinks the husband. Oh my God! So this is a good point here. Like, what has happened has happened. This should be moved on by now. But the point here is they want to semi-glorify it and give it a lot of attention. If this is a plant, they're watering it, they're nurturing it, they're helping it grow. They're, planting the seeds in your mind that, maybe she is fine and all that. It's trash. She might get off. And by the way, her lawyer is like ripping it. Her lawyer's like really good. Another thing too, guys, not guilty doesn't mean innocent. She just could be found not guilty. That doesn't mean she's an innocent person. There is that distinction there as well.
This alleged command.
Is this going to be... This could be OJ. White women OJ. This could be something like that. I don't know why this is important to them, but this could be like a white women OJ Simpsons type thing.
I want to ask you a question, Snowboard. I don't know the answer to this question. Is the husband standing by her?
Oh, I hope not. I don't know.
Cat. And I didn't.
Somebody said that he has a new girlfriend, but that would make sense. I mean, she's the other girl's and Lindsey's in jail, so he probably I don't know. He looks like maybe kind of a simp. And not only that, I guarantee all the media is like, you need to stand by your wife and shit like that. Let's look into it a little bit here. Maybe that answer will come up, and maybe we'll kind of see some of his body language.
Was something the prosecution argues
may
only
say
manifested during the roughly 18-minute window that it took to kill her children.
I haven't been, I heard about this when it came out, and I watched 10 minutes of the court case today. So I haven't really been following the media. And I did hear that some women were trying to defend her, and that's pretty much all I know.
And that's significant because one of the prosecution's witnesses on rebuttal.
And that should be all I need to know. Guys, this shouldn't be happening. If this was another country, she'd be in jail. She'd be done. She actually should probably get the death penalty. I don't want to pay tax dollars to support her. Let's take that wheelchair and just push her off into the ocean or something.
No, this was another country. The neighbors would have got her. And if the neighbors didn't get her, she would have got in jail.
Exactly. Yeah. Not. But that's what I'm saying. That's how it should be. now the neighbors are, giving money to give her bond and pay for a lawyer and stuff.
Helping fund a $1 million GoFundMe. And the funny thing about it, I look at some of, like, we've seen the video, the dude who got his ass, got knocked up and hospitalized for coming to some woman's rescue. We've heard stories of the guy
times.
who had, wife and a family at home getting unalived, stepping in to protect women. And now these were all B-dubs, but when they was all doing that whole rhetoric where men don't protect women, and here we have these men. Where were their GoFundMe? And so now you can unalive your children, and 50 Cent once had this song, "Have a Baby by Me, Be a Millionaire." Well, murk your children, be a millionaire.
Can you say that again?
What
does he mean by that?
Yeah,
I was typing something.
Yeah, 50 Cent had this song, "Have a Baby by Me, Be a Millionaire." But now, murk your babies, become a millionaire.
Oh, okay, yeah. But that's what we're seeing here. Let's actually look up who what's her name? Goddamn. Net worth of what the hell is her name? The one in Florida that killed the baby and got out. I was saying her name before. Casey Anthony. Did she get money from her ordeal? Let's take a quick look at this really quick. Yeah, so she did receive money. From the media outlets. The $200,000 ABC News payout during her trial revealed that ABC News paid Anthony $200,000 for a show. She went bankrupt in 2013, filed for Chapter 7. Guys, what does 3 plus 0 plus 4 equal? 7. So she's blew all that money. She had just $1,000 in assets and $800K in liabilities. Her debts included $500K owed to her defense and over $145 owed to the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Her Peacock docuseries 2002 for the sit-down Casey Anthony, Where Truth Lies, director Alexandria Dean, so woman, classified, was not paid for the interview itself. However, she did receive a minimal sum of money for actively doing that shit. So she did get paid. She was in the hole, but she did get paid. So they are getting money from this stuff.
For Ativan that was filled on October 26, 2022. Were you aware that only 6 pills were taken out of that bottle?
Can you say the date again?
October 26, 2022.
Wait a minute.
Bottle. This is Dr. Kirk Heilbronn referred to this as a convenient explanation for her actions. Now, the defense.
This guy seems like scum, too. I watched only a few minutes. I did not like this guy at all for whatever reason.
This is saying, no, this is psychosis. This is a postpartum psychosis. So the question that we're left with, the question that the jury is going to be left with.
Oh my God. Casey Anthony posted support for this chick. Oh my God. One more quarter writes in, back when I was a kid, I remember Dad saying undesirables were very prone to hunting and fishing accidents. So be a good person, son. Yeah. But now if you are evil, you're just gonna be, just having a great life, actually. He puts to think the jab impacted women's brains. Perhaps it probably didn't help.
Is this?
We're seeing it. If this is a culmination of a lot of things, it's SSRIs, it's media, it could be the COVID shot, it could be just the programming that they have. It could be, too much estrogen in the water, too much fluoride, birth control, all this stuff. They're on a cocktail of stuff. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't be held responsible by any means.
Did Lindsey Clancy
this kid looked like this might have been having some other needs care going on?
really hear this
say
voice,
that.
or does she just need you to believe that she heard it? Can a hallucination even...
What do you guys think it is? Guys, her only defense is the plea insanity. Like, that's it here. So of course she's going to do that.
really be proven or disproven? So we're going to try to answer this based on what we know.
And it's kind of working to her favor because, like, I think the lawyer who took her case would made a smart move because he's getting that million. He's getting a lot, or he's getting paid for that. But her case is so insane that it actually is insane. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy
from this testimony. And in a bit, we're going to also hear from our friend, long crime reporter, host of Scandal, Sierra Gillespie. She's been doing a terrific job covering this case, and she is on the ground reporting live from Massachusetts on this case. So we're going to bring her on in a little bit. Now, before I even get into all this, this is a massive case, right? One that we've been following here on Law and Crime. So one of the things that we do when we have a big case like this or the other big cases that we follow, we're kind of limited in how much we can show you on our YouTube shows. Well, if you haven't heard yet, so we have this case. Lindsey was still in a neck brace. She was still covered in bandages. She couldn't speak. But by January 31st, that tube was out, okay? Here is what Kavanaugh told the jury about that conversation.
Did she make any other statements to you?
She did. She alluded to having heard a voice. And the voice, according to Lindsey...
And this woman is just so happy to be delivering this news, isn't she?
...told her that if she did not follow the command, neither she nor her children would be safe.
And did she...
They're not safe now. So she's incompetent at best.
She indicate whether it was a male...
You see how happy she is to be delivering this wonderful news? Yeah, that other guy did look like that. Let me just see what Secret put here really quickly.
Oh, that it turns out that the husband did remarry. He divorced her and remarried.
Okay.
And that's the new wife. He married some doctor chick.
Okay, because it's been like I said, this happened a while ago, and she was really beat up. She was in a neck brace and all that.
Yeah, I'm just glad he divorced her, and he's not one of these dudes on the stand trying to defend what she did.
Yeah, thank God.
Because
that would be simping of the most epic proportions we've ever seen.
And we have seen that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Voice, female voice.
But see her kind of smiling about this? She's so happy to be delivering this news.
Loud, soft.
She alluded to the fact that it was a male voice and it was persistent.
Any further conversation?
It was probably a white male ghost as well. That's what I would think it is. It's definitely a white male ghost.
That you recall about that, not about general things,
That came up several times. I visited Lindsey minimally 14 times while she was hospitalized at the Brigham, and the voice
Brigham and Women's Hospital, by the way.
This conversation came up several times during several of our visits.
So Kavanaugh says that this voice came up repeatedly, but here is where the prosecution pushed back, because Kavanaugh testified she kept notes. So the prosecution questioned her about those notes.
You wrote very detailed notes that are contained in the Brigham and Women's Hospital records regarding your interactions with Lindsey Clancy,
She looks like kind of like an evil bitch a little bit herself.
didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And in all of these notes that detail every time you interacted with her.
So the woman asking her questions now is the prosecution, so the people that we would kind of want, and the defense guy is actually way better than that. I don't know why this woman's even on here. It should be a man doing it.
You never once wrote that she told you she heard a voice or what that voice said, correct?
Correct.
And you also said that this voice talking
Isn't that convenient?
About the voice came up in several of your meetings, correct?
Correct.
And you never once wrote about any of it in any of your very detailed notes, correct?
Well, chaplain notes are not verbatim transcripts of patient conversations. I'm not there to evaluate the patient. I'm there to bear witness to their suffering.
Okay, but the question was, you did not.
So you can sift through and do what you want. See, if this was a man, she wouldn't be doing this. Guys, if it was a man and it was a man's voice that came into your head, would that make a difference? I don't think so.
But how does that sound? Snowboard, I want to be a witness to your suffering.
Yeah.
No, come
She's
on,
a demon.
How creepy does that effing sound?
Yeah,
I'm here to be a witness to their suffering.
Have you seen her little malevolent smile that she's had? And this is another thing about this whole thing. This whole process. She's happy now. She just wants the attention. She'll probably do shit to stay up there longer. These people take bribes. Someone like this, if you pay her like $1,500, she'll kind of get up and say what you want. She doesn't give a shit. That's very, very, very common. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. This is a representation of the death of morality in the United States. The fact that we're even engaging this so much is a problem. Like, I shouldn't have to be doing like a live stream on this.
Document those statements in your notes.
And again, the live stream is not on Lindsey Clancy. It's about the inversion that's happening here. The psyop. Like, this is so real it doesn't even have to be a psyop. And we're just getting used to these. So there's gonna be more of these that happen. Their psyches are breaking. We're getting to a tipping point here. 2027 is going to be a tipping point of just a lot of people going full-blown demon mode. Rich, poor, right, wrong, they're just going to be doing it. So this is going to be happening.
Correct?
Correct.
But you did document some other statements in those notes, correct?
Perhaps.
All right, real quick, before we go any further, got something important to tell you about. Did you know that the Medicare 6th, 2023, so that's less than 2 weeks after the killings, Kavanaugh wrote that Clancy shared her fears about, quote, not being able to walk again. But she also wrote that Clancy was, quote, visibly engaged.
Guys, that's the eyes of a demon. You ever see movies where a demon's eyes are like black like that? That's like her eyes, basically. I don't know how good you guys can see that, but I mean, that's, straight out of the jaws.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eye.
And you know what she probably, like, her kids could have been like?
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end.
Engaged, energized, and hopeful. February 9th, she noted that Lindsey Clancy spoke hopefully of being discharged. February 13th, she wrote that Clancy feels she has gained considerable physical strength and agility, and that she feels deserving of this in light of recent events. February 16th, she apparently wrote that Clancy was playing cards with her mother, laughing, expressed hope.
Having a great time. Things are going right on track. She's getting money. She's getting attention. Her body's healing up. It's all kind of going her way. Probably better than she could have imagined.
Fullness seemingly the point here from the prosecution is this
Do
allegedly.
you think the male voice told her to do a GoFundMe? You think the male voice did that, or was that maybe a female voice, that one?
Persistent male voice never made it into these notes. So that's the chaplain, okay? The defense, though, isn't relying just on her. They have another witness that we want to talk about. Someone who was there for a phone call that cuts right to the heart of this case. I'm talking about Dr. Paul Zeisel. He is a forensic psychologist who's been involved in this case since the very beginning.
This guy looks like maybe he's not going to fuck around.
Brought in by Lindsey Clancy's defense attorney, Kevin Reddington, and he's visited Clancy over 45 times. But the first time he saw her was on February 4th, 2023. So that's 11 days after the killings. At that point, Clancy was still in the ICU. She still had tubes, wires everywhere. She was still handcuffed to the bed. And Dr. Zeisel says she asked him for one thing, to call her husband, Patrick. So she did. And while the first call went unanswered, 2 days later, February 6th, Patrick apparently picked up the phone. Here is what the doctor told the jury about that call.
Tell us what she said to
I don't know what's going to happen here.
Patrick in your presence on the speakerphone at that point.
She had told Patrick that she loved him very much.
Oh my God.
She belongs to the streets.
She was unable to express a lot of emotion, but she expressed love for him. And she had said that she heard a male voice ordering her.
So that's when she starts to see she's developing the narrative. You know, guys, even if she did hear a male voice, it shouldn't even matter at this point. 3 people are dead. So, this isn't just like one person here. 3 children are dead. So, is that male voice going to happen again? We can't take that risk anymore. 3 strikes and you're out here. The only acceptable thing that the husband should have said was this.
You will pay for what you've done, and I pray that God send angels to visit vengeance upon you.
Telling her that she didn't have any choice, but she had to kill her children and then kill herself.
No choice, or else what?
So in other words, she had to gaslight her husband.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, or else what? Or so if she didn't kill her kids would be safe. But it was a male voice. That's the only important thing that you need to remember.
Now, doctor, have in mind your background, your career, Did you tell Lindsey Clancy to lie or make that up and pretend that she was hearing voices?
No.
Of course not. So the guy asking the question in the background is the defense lawyer, and I said that guy is good. Like, he's a good lawyer.
Do you have any conversation or any suggestions to her at all that she should say she heard voices or anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Why did you let her call her husband on your cell phone?
I let her call her husband out of human compassion.
Now the prosecution,
which she had none. I don't know why. So this guy is a simp. Can you imagine? So if you were the husband, I wouldn't want to be making that. Shame on him. That guy should not have been doing that.
She's the last person that I would want to speak to.
Exactly. Oh my God. So this guy is a simp too.
Tried to poke some holes there, suggesting that the doctor had planted the idea or that he coached her into saying this. So on cross-examination,
You don't need to coach her. She already got the game going here.
They really went after that one thing that the doctor couldn't explain away, seemingly the records.
Now, you've described in your testimony in this court auditory.
And this woman did kind of a shitty job. So she's the prosecution. So this is essentially the state.
Repeated auditory hallucinations about wanting to kill herself or that she should kill herself and that she is damaged or her brain is damaged, right?
That's correct.
Now, did you have a conversation with her in one of these 35 hours about that particular voice or thought or belief?
So when I meet with Ms. Clancy, it's not as if I have one conversation on one of the 35 hours. To have thoroughness and exactitude, one does what we call intra-rater reliability. In other words, over the period of time, to confirm what someone says to you to help endorse the veracity or accuracy of that, you'll ask that question in a multitude of different ways.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what the husband says here. I hate that guy. The husband's coming up, yeah.
Got involved. You know who that is? Patrick Clancy, her ex-husband. He was the first person that Lindsey Clancy told about the voice and the first person to testify about it in this courtroom. Here's what he said.
No, it was the first person she could tell. See, these idiot doctors set it up. Think about how they don't care about the man's mental health. Oh, you know your wife that just killed your whole family, basically? Let's put her on the phone with you. Because we don't give a shit about you because you're a man. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about this guy. They talk about PTSD. I wouldn't want to hear that woman's voice ever again. You know, you see what I'm talking about here? How they're setting him up, you know, and like, what's he gonna do? Call her the C word over the phone, and now he looks like a bad guy? You know what I mean? They didn't have any regard for how he felt about this, and the public really doesn't either. Not really.
She said she heard a man's voice telling her that if she didn't do it now, she would lose her chance or something like that.
Lose her chance for what? Let's say that she did hear something like that. For what end? What will happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that stupid lawyer probably didn't even ask that.
And did she also tell you that she had had a moment of psychosis?
See, that woman asking this question should have said, or else what? What could have possibly happened? I don't know why they didn't ask that question.
I don't recall.
Did she mention the children at all during that call?
I don't think so. I mean, not directly.
Had she ever mentioned psychosis to you before?
No, I didn't know what psychosis was until after this happened.
Did she ever tell you she was hearing a man's voice before?
No.
And this is the clash at the heart of the case, or at least part of it. And it will very soon be up to the jury to decide which explanation makes more sense. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think that this is just
a couple of things here. If the jury, so I don't know if every jury is always 6 men, 6 women. I think they usually pick it at random. If it's women, we might get a not guilty here, guys. There's a very high chance it could be a not guilty because they're just going to buy into the sob story and all this. There's a very, very high chance.
Or they might not be able to, or they may even not be able to agree. and
Yeah.
the prosecution would have to go ahead and retry.
Yeah, that might happen too, and then like they'll just be okay. It's even more media coverage and stuff like that. This doesn't seem right. The question should be struck down by the prosecutor. Well, the prosecutor is a woman who's doing a very shitty job. The Lindsey Clancy's lawyer is like doing an awesome job for her. Maybe I can show a couple of things of him because he like is doing an awesome job. Like, yeah, let me show this. This Mr. G from Half-Life, the Half-Life game, he's scum too. I don't like this guy either.
By suicide, which is interesting because in the past it almost seemed like the Commonwealth was insinuating that maybe perhaps she really didn't want to commit suicide. But this witness says no. I do believe she wanted to die by suicide. She was undergoing terrible mental health, and yet I don't think she was undergoing psychosis at the time. I do believe she was criminally responsible. So that's a huge win for the Commonwealth, right? But on the opposite side of things, of course, when the cross exam started going, defense attorney Kevin Reddington really brought it, asking a lot of.
Yeah, that's what I was watching today. This guy, like, this lawyer, like, owns this guy. It's like, I actually thought this guy was for the state at first. I didn't realize he was helping Lindsey Clancy. I thought this guy was trying to prosecute. This was a prosecution. This guy is like ripping it.
Pointed questions, trying to poke holes in the argument here. And he did have a couple of good things that were said by this witness, but honestly, we can kind of feel ourselves getting closer and closer to those closings. We have one more witness at the time of this recording. So, I mean, who's to say when we're going to have the jury deliberating on this verdict?
Can you just amplify a little bit more about what the cross-examination of Dr. Halburn was? What the defense really tried to poke in. I was telling our viewers.
You know what, guys? Let's take a small break from this. And I found a let's lighten up the mood a little bit here. We'll still keep it on crazy broads, but I found this video that I was watching today that was actually pretty funny. It's kind of a body cam. But this is pretty fun, and this is also going to show, you know, this another westernized woman here.
Driveway. Frank Z.
We'll get back to Lindsey Clancy a little bit, but I don't want to be like, you know, get too sucked into it.
One of the Saturn Aura registering.
So basically, politician, which will be this woman who answers the door, throws a live tarantula down to her tenant. So this woman here is like illegally renting this house, and she's trying to rent the downstairs, you know, basement basically, maybe like an in-law apartment, and they're just crazy.
To a mail party out of one is a leased vehicle to the project.
Yeah, she's the crazy one, and this guy's crazy too.
What's going on? I'm just singing. Okay. I'm singing praise and worship music. Why are we called here? Is there something going on? I'm singing praise and worship music. Okay. What door do we use to talk to your tenants that you rented to? Oh, probably around the back. You want to talk to this person and I'll go.
Yeah.
You gotta go around the back.
Okay. We gotta figure out kind of what's going on here because somebody called from inside.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just singing praise and worship music.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is my religious. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm Catholic.
Guys, modern day Catholics are kind of demonic. I hate to say. I was a Catholic, so you know they're not great people. Again, this is part of the inversion. They're saying, "Oh, I'm doing all this praise music." They watch how they demonize this woman down here, this poor tenant lady.
Wait, hold up. Not only am I Catholic, also, but I was an altar boy up until the 7th grade, and up until 10th grade, I wanted to be a priest. You could have been, yeah. You could have been calling me Father Seagrip in another life. My son.
Well, a priest is an admirable position. Like it's actually very important. Like we just don't have the institution itself has lost. There's just too many molestations and bad stuff going on. So it just it's harder for them. People don't go to it for. It's not filling the role that it should be, because it is actually a very powerful. It should be a very powerful thing, which brings a moral compass into a community.
Yeah, I was fortunate because I was able to go to Catholic elementary school and Catholic high school, and throughout my entire educational career, I was fortunate enough to be surrounded by men and women who truly embodied the spirit of Christ, and church for me was a refuge. In regards to, because I could have been on the streets slanging and banging, but I was able to spend it in church. And I love, I have, as a matter of fact, they're actually in my will, my church. And so, but in another world, and in another, but then these heifers, the hoes got me, the hoes got me, Snowboard.
Yeah.
The hoes got me. And then I was like, maybe I don't got the calling.
Yep, of course.
I don't
the only calling he got is World Star.
This is a certified hood classic.
Oh, pimp down, pimp in disgrace. Oh my God.
This is Seagrip's Hand to God. Oh wait, no, not that one. That one, it's hard out here. Priest, no, but no, there's a different one. Let me see if I can find it here. That Seagrip would be. Where the hell is it?
Yeah, one of my favorite teachers, his name was Father Murphy, and he used to have this saying that if you're too lazy to work and too scared to steal, become a priest.
And he would drink. Father Murphy would have a couple drinks. He would have a couple drinks. He's Irish Catholic. He has a couple drinks. And he would treat you with respect, but when you left the room, he would say the hard R now and then. He would say a little bit of the hard R now and then.
Not Father Murphy, not Father Murphy.
Is the one around to the back, it sounds like?
Police!
I'm trying to figure out how to turn that music off.
She down there, Lise?
Yep. Hello.
Were you the person who was talking?
Yes.
See, the door's like up open.
Yeah, this is one of the most bizarre things ever. So I'm gonna come in and talk to you so the cats don't get out, if you don't mind. This is all one complex.
It's about one house.
I'm just close this because she's got cats. She's lost her mind.
Okay. So these are demons here. Again, this is part of what I'm getting on this theme here. They're saying, "Oh, I'm just singing the music of the Lord here." They're trying to drive the girl downstairs crazy, and then you'll see they throw like tarantulas down the stairs at her and shit. Like it's crazy. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
They throw like tarantulas down the stairs at her and shit, and they're like, "Oh, we're trying to make it like Home Alone, the movie." I'm like, and you'll see it's pretty funny actually. And look at this guy; he's just happy. He's just sitting there, happy as fuck, loving it. He probably got a Hummer from this, kind of OF looking. She's trying to run to be like a county commissioner. Commissioners hold a lot of power, guys, in your state. Like insurance commissioner or something. They actually hold a lot of power. That's actually where most things in like corruption happens. So she would be perfect for that.
Huh?
Are you religious?
Yeah, but I follow Hinduism. That's all myself.
Yeah, I'm just. Hallelujah, God.
He does have kind of nice titties, though.
As she making them titties bounce.
Yeah.
No,
Hallelujah.
No wonder he's smiling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think I see your nipples.
Yeah, he's probably like paying her housing rent here and shit like that.
Goodness.
And this poor woman's down here getting terrorized, wondering if her cats are getting bit by spiders and shit.
Third.
Okay, so you've been here for a while.
I don't know what they threw, but that's not anything of mine. I don't know what that is. And they broke the door down.
What door?
Up there, I had something securing it so she can't get in because there's no locks. I don't know if they disassembled the door or something.
Okay. So I was trying to get a hold of you to see if I can get that information.
Had no service. I finally got her to get me on Wi-Fi, and that's when I was able to call you guys.
Do you have a picture of that?
Of what?
Of the agreement or the ad you responded to?
I have a whole folder of all of everything.
These people are really crazy. They're bizarre.
Very simple.
I'm just thinking.
I've met you before, haven't I?
I think so.
Yeah, you look,
Mike Hill.
yeah, you look familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a good Republican?
I have.
That's why I've seen you around.
Okay.
I'm just a friend of someone.
All right. All right.
Sugar up or something.
I think they're enjoying this. That's the
Mashugana, he could be a small hat.
scary part.
There's a spider right there. No. Okay. Because part of what triggered all of this is I asked if I could hire pest control. I would pay for it. There's just an infestation. And somehow that triggered her.
She's up for a rocker, Lisa. She's upstairs like
I was doing a golf benefit on Monday with the lieutenant from the 5th, and I canceled because of how last night.
Can you turn on the music real quick here?
I'm great. I need my spiritual thank you, Jesus.
I thought I heard somebody.
I need to worship. I'm sure they're around. I need to worship. I'm praying the devil back to hell. My name's Marissa.
Yeah.
Everything they say is the opposite. You're gonna see how they abuse this woman here. Like
Snowboard. I think
time to think says we can save this one. the double D's do kind of help, you know.
Yeah,
you can fit a cross between those titties.
I think the way she make them bounce, they're inspiring me.
Yeah. Yep. I'll blow a web of ropes on her.
Simonetti, I'm actually running for county commissioner. You're a lot nicer than the guy who came last night, and part of my platform is supporting the police.
Okay.
So
We're pro-police.
And she's trying to be a county commissioner, guys.
See a friendly face.
For Adena Police, this was the latest escalation in an ongoing dispute between Airbnb host Marissa Simonetti and guest Jacqueline Vasquez.
And guys, this isn't even her house. She's doing Airbnb now, renting illegally.
The dispute drew police attention after officers responded to a call the night before when Marissa confiscated Jacqueline's Instacart order.
Okay, where's her order at right now?
In the garage.
Okay, can you grab those items for us?
Once she leaves.
And these two cops didn't screw around.
Yeah.
We need to give them back to the Instacart guy because right now you have stolen items in your possession.
See, she's trying to set lose-lose situations for me. I have a 6-year-old son, and she's been crazy behavior.
Oh, she's a mom, a single mom, guys. I didn't realize that till right now.
So it's going to be given back to him.
Correct.
To take to the store.
Whatever he needs to do with it. Yeah.
Whatever he needs to do with it. That's not a good answer.
This isn't a negotiation. Get the stuff and bring it out here now, or you're going to be arrested for possession of stolen property right now. You have 5 seconds.
Yeah, good. Shoulder in here.
Yep.
Why can't the person downstairs get her?
See that cop? See how that cop just didn't deal with any bullshit? That's
I think she should. If she ordered stuff, it's her stuff. If she gets
Anything saying the homeowner actually trespassed?
No, she can't do that. They have to evict her.
Hi, I'm Marissa's friend.
I don't think we need you here right now.
No, I do need him here, actually.
Okay, you can wait out there.
It makes me feel safe because you guys are here supposed to help me, and you're not making me feel safe at all.
I'm sorry about that. You can't retain someone's property. That's theft.
That night, officers were led to believe Jacqueline was a tenant in the house. However, they discovered Marissa was listing the home on Airbnb despite restrictions in both her lease and Adena city law. Marissa probably believed she found a loophole by renting out the Airbnb to Jacqueline for 3 months, as the law does allow house rentals for a period no shorter than 30 consecutive days. However, the city specifically prohibits using short-term rental platforms like Airbnb. Regardless, both Marissa and Jacqueline publicly confirmed disputes started roughly 2 weeks into the booking, when Jacqueline communicated concern about spiders in the basement. From that moment, both sides tell different stories.
Because this crazy bitch was putting spiders in the basement.
She's an attorney. She's playing the little games. Whatever. I don't know why she's here. I would like to find out why she's here. This is not.
So you didn't rent to
This guy is a creep.
her her or anything like that. You
You
did.
keep asking me that
Yes.
question, and I think that that's something that everybody is trying to stick it to Marissa. And what we need to not do right here is stick it to Marissa. What we need to do is pray to Jesus.
Okay.
This is the communications to Airbnb.
Do you have service right now?
Yeah, I could send this to you.
Can you text it to our sergeant?
Yeah,
Is that your spider or is that?
that's her messing with me. She got angry because I said, you have...
That's a real spider.
This isn't my laptop's been recording the whole thing.
That is insane.
I'm so scared.
Jacqueline's recording would later become evidence at trial, capturing both the moments before police arrived and the 911 call prompted by Marissa's increasingly erratic behavior.
You're trespassing and I have the police on the phone. This is trespass and I have the right to use reasonable force.
Emergency.
I have someone attempting to trespass into my part of
See, I kind of feel bad for this woman here. They are really messing with her.
she's gonna come and do something to me. Walking Boulevard.
Okay, who is this person?
This is what someone running for office.
So this woman here in the red dress or red and white dress. She's going to school to be a lawyer, and that guy's saying your law school is going to go down the tube. They're just like tormenting her because they're demonic, and they're out. We're listening to Jesus, but they're demonic. This is part of that inversion that I'm talking about here. It's really, really prevalent.
Office should be behaving like.
Who is
I'm sorry, what? Her name is Marissa Simonetti. She was renting illegally, and the landowner knows I'm here.
Okay,
and he
yep.
said I can stay.
I'm familiar
until-
with the situation. What is Marissa doing right now?
She has a guy with her, and they're trying to disassemble the door handle so they can break through the door. And they're like screaming at me. I'm really sorry that I keep calling, but like they're gonna burst through, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay, what are they saying to you when they yell at you?
Listen.
They're banging pots and pans. They're crazy.
Oh my God.
Yelling.
She's screaming, praise Jesus, hallelujah. I don't know.
And pretty soon she's gonna say up there,
Open the door or I'm going to throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
I don't want to leave.
We've got help on the way, okay?
But I'm not coming to the front door.
What?
I'm not. I have to stay in the basement. I can't meet you at the front door. So if the officers come around, I'll open the side door. She's opening it now. Officer.
now watch what they do here.
Although the first 911 call ends here, Jacqueline's laptop captures what happens next, and it only gets stranger.
Look at this. She's throwing spiders now.
Whoa! Whoa!
She's a
way.
demon. She's a demon. Yeah.
No way.
And I think she throws like thumbtacks and shit too. Like watch just how crazy they are. Fart spray next.
Aside from the tarantula and alleged fart spray, Marissa throws several piles of thumbtacks.
Thumbtacks. You can't really see them. Thumbtacks and shit down. They're insane.
Yes, you can see them. You can see them going down the stairs.
Along with what appears to be Legos, wooden blocks, and other toys down the stairs.
Look at
that. I want to charge you attempted murder.
It's crazy, yeah. Fart spray and everything. Like, guys, she's running to be county commissioner. That other guy's like some Republican guy who's like a councilman or something like that. They're insane.
Yeah, I just posted the link to her website in the private chat. Trying to look somewhat normal, but you can still look evil.
Yeah. They show that she was in she's arrested running for it. Yeah. Right here. Nice. Good find, Secret. Marissa is an independent.
We the people versus the system.
Yeah. Minnesota has some people who are cooked. She does take donations if you do want to donate. You can vote early for her. But let's see what she says up here. Marissa is an independent. As an independent, got involved in politics after volunteering her son's kindergarten classroom and seeing how tirelessly teachers work to invest in our children's futures, yet are in constant jeopardy of losing vital funding support. She also volunteers in the school lunchroom and sees children blessed with free lunches, allowing them to thrive and grow. So she's probably kind of democratic. Her heart is especially, is written very weird. Her heart is especially with many Minnesotans who also feel the system is broken and unfair. She is currently, remember, she was doing illegal shit renting, is currently doing work within the justice system to hold Brado, Julio, and other constitutional violations accountable. That must have been some something that happened. Marissa is a mother, a businesswoman, and holds a bachelor's degree in psychology from the University of Minnesota. Our state has so much to offer, from beautiful Duluth, the State Fair, Minnesota's Falls, Guthrie Theater, and many historic buildings such as, what does that have to do with anything? Palinsley Park and Mill City Museum. She volunteers in the community and stands up for family and workers to ensure they receive support they need to grow and thrive. So she's gonna just try a scam.
And of course, disqualifies her for Congress.
Well, yeah, I on the let me see if I can still find it on here. On the video, I put like she'll probably be governor of Minnesota than presidential candidate. That's what I put in the comment section because they like psychopaths like this. They love it. Where is the one here? Yeah, you'll see how it gets crazier. And she does. How much you guys want to put a 1 in the chat if you think she has an OF account? She 100% has an OF account, I bet. I'm not going to try to look it up. 100%. Yeah. A psychopath has a box of spiders, Tim Hicks.
Exactly.
That's who has it.
But can you imagine just how scary that is? That someone could enter your home, your private space. I just find that such a violation that,
it's illegal.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah. But it is like, but that's what I'm saying. These people had her here to torture her. This isn't their, remember, this is not their home. This is just the Airbnb that she's now probably having this woman down below pay for it. And she didn't know till afterwards. Oh, yeah, she's around children. She's around the kids, volunteering. If she doesn't have an OF, it's low. Yeah, because she is kind of hot. She has the OF look. At least one adult patron. Yeah, Carlos signs up. Or no, that other guy would sign up. The other guy would sign up. She definitely is going to get an OF account. What's that?
Yo, Stillborn, why don't you come over and pet my spider? That's how she gets. That's just how she gonna get you.
Yeah,
Snowboard,
yeah.
Come over and pet my spider.
and you're that's like, the type of S&M she likes. She's like, do you want to get handcuffed and have the spider go all over you as I diddle myself, or something like that? Carlos X, they got stoned and watched Home Alone inspired. Well, you'll see what she says. She's like, oh, I thought it was like Home Alone. It gets kind of. When she goes to justify it, it will get worse. Guys, and remember, cops are here. Cops are here, and she's doing this.
911 emergency.
They took down the door. I'm hiding in the bedroom. My cats are out there. They're
oh my
screaming
goodness!
at me that are unintelligible.
Pause, Snowboard. Pause.
Yeah, there's a guy.
She's like literally trying to psychological warfare. She literally has this woman terrified.
Well, as you can see right here, she has a bachelor's in psychology.
Exactly.
A bachelor's degree in psychology. So she's putting it. That's the only thing women with psychology degrees do is figure out how to use it to like fuck with you. That's about it. Because they sure as hell don't make any money off of it. That's for damn sure. Anyone who's got a psychology degree is like worthless in the marketplace.
Died and he took down the door.
What's your name, Lord?
What the hell?
Jesus! Woo! Thank you, Jesus!
Thank you, Jesus.
And that guy is a demon pedo. That guy is a diddler. Look at this guy here.
Oh no!
Look at this guy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
well,
no! This is
well,
terrifying.
well.
This is
Oh
terrifying.
my god. This is crazy.
Whoa!
That was a firefight!
Do you have a computer?
She's trying to film, but the tarantula is down there that I just bought.
Oh god, that's a big one.
I just released it down there.
I think it bit me.
No, it's down there.
Oh, I know.
All the dirt's coming, the tarantula's coming down.
That's right. Confess.
The tarantula.
Confess. Shame. 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 Confess.
You may see her get a political appointment, you know, because she's that's what I'm trying to say. She's perfect. She'll take a bribe. She'll get a data center put up in your community. No problem. You know, she'll sell someone out like that. Yeah, I mean, those type of spiders are crazy. I mean, I've got a couple nasty spider bites, and they can give you a bad infection. And I'm talking like a small spider, you know, like they can have some nasty stuff. And she probably, you know, was feeding the spider like rat poison or I don't know what she was doing.
Spider infestation. Woo!
And she's filming this.
Jesus! Jesus! Woo!
Okay, well, I have officers that are
So you see how they're doing something satanic and saying Jesus? This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is another clear inversion here. We're gonna see more of this.
just pulling up outside, okay?
Yeah, have them come to the front door and tell her to stop.
More cowbell. More cowbell.
I need to pray. I'm distressed.
So pray, she means prey on her down below. That's what she's talking about here. She's preying on her. She's literally preying on her, like, you know, basically bullying her, treating her like shit and everything like that. It's crazy. So, you know, that's how. So prey means prey on you for her. That's what that means. And this guy is definitely a kid diddler. This guy right here. He's a secretly closeted gay Republican guy.
I'll turn it down a little bit, but I need my music. Otherwise, I'm going to be too stressed. It's my emotional support. Okay, I need Jesus right now. Because this is too much. This has been going on for days.
I was trying to leave,
And this poor woman has done nothing.
but she disconnected the internet, so how...
She's not just like playing a victim here. Like they are really like, you know,
they're tormenting.
Yeah, they're tormenting the shit out of fart spray. They said that she just wanted to kill spider, like get an exterminator to come. She's like, I'll pay for it, but we need to have the spiders stop here. And that's when they bitched at her because they were probably opening the door at night and throwing spiders down the stairs and shit. In the name of Jesus.
I'm sorry, I'm just so emotional.
Whose spider is that? She put a real tarantula on the stairs?
When did this other lunatic get here? This guy?
I don't know exactly when, but I started hearing the door. Disassembled, and he started yelling through the door. Like, I have it all recorded on my laptop.
Do you want to pursue criminal charges against these two for harassment or something
Absolutely.
like that? Okay, good.
She's running for office in Hennepin County. I hid in the room and I locked it because I don't want to aggress her. I don't want to be hurt. I'm scared.
The door handle's completely removed.
I can
Yeah, so they removed the handle of the door.
listen to your point, but I don't know what they were saying.
How many cats are here?
2.
Okay, let's find them.
Yeah.
It's underneath that plastic thing right there. There's no lid.
See, they threw dirt and a bunch of. Let me just look at all the Legos and thumbtacks and shit.
But that's dirt for where the spider was.
You put it back in the cage?
I just put it in that plastic.
That's a big mother effing spider right there, guys. I don't know if that type of spider can like kill you or whatever.
You can handle it. You can handle it, snowboard.
Yeah, I would stomp the fucker out. I would stomp it out. You gotta kill bugs when you see them, guys. Like, you know, the only thing I don't really kill is maybe like a bee sometimes, like a bumblebee. I won't kill that, but bugs can give. I had a bug, a huge bug, probably the size of a $50 bite me when I was paddleboarding about 3 weeks ago, and it was itching and my foot swelled up huge, and it was very itchy. I still actually have a little bit of a scar. And that was over 3 weeks ago. So they can these bugs can have some nasty stuff in them, guys. You know, it may not have to be a poison, but your body can have an allergic reaction. You know, try not to make fun of her, but it's sort of people are going jab crazy. Yeah. Yeah, this is insane. That's why I wanted to lighten it up a little bit from the Lindsey Clancy. This is the comic relief from Lindsey Clancy. This is just another different psychotic bitch. This is kind of more of a fun, hot S&M type. You know what I mean? Hey, it's not Home Alone. It's Ho Alone. Come on now. Oh, man.
I know.
Yeah.
She poured tacks all over every stair, like tacks and pushpins and nails.
Goofy situation. Honestly, there's nothing we can do about her playing the music but some of this other stuff is crossing the line. Kitty, 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 kitty.
Got one under the bed. We're missing
I'm glad the cats didn't get fucked up by the spider or something.
the white one.
He's really friendly, and I'm afraid that they grabbed him.
Do you think that he would have went up there with all that commotion?
I think they would have came down and grabbed him because I don't see him.
But with all the
And these sick fucks probably would have killed a cat or something. They're demonic.
commotion and the banging and the screaming.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll keep looking.
And I don't think they're on drugs. That's another thing. I don't think they're like they don't really seem high. I think this is them sober. That's how insane that they are. Hey Steve, thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here, guys. I haven't really been able to be on. I had some family stuff going on, but I'll be coming on more.
You need to put shoes on when you get a second too. There's tacks all over. We have cops up there.
While officers spoke with Marissa upstairs, Jacqueline explained Marissa attempted to trespass her the day prior. Body cam from that day isn't available, but Marissa recorded a portion of that conversation herself and later submitted it as evidence.
Well, they can't trespass the owner of the house because you're here under an Airbnb agreement, which would be the same as a
Guys, remember, it's not even the lady's house. She's just there for Airbnb.
hotel if you have an extended stay hotel.
She's reached this contract, so I asked them to notice in time to go to leave. That's not trespassing. How am I supposed to leave bed?
Well, if the owner of this home says they want you out, I don't.
Yeah.
And luckily, the real owner, was actually pretty cool to this lady in the basement.
Is there any way you can contact the owner of the house, the person that owns this place, and say, get out?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. I will get him on the phone right now.
That's when this case takes a bit of a plot twist as we discover Marissa is not the homeowner, but renting out the house while subletting the downstairs as an Airbnb. Evidence later submitted in court shows Marissa contacted the owner asking him to tell Jacqueline to leave. Presumably confused as to why Jacqueline was there in the first place, he contacted officers who were in the middle of investigating themselves.
He didn't know at the time that she wasn't allowed to lease this place.
When did you talk to her?
Yesterday,
After my other partners were out?
they told me we gave him the information. He's really upset at this lady. He might call you. I was like, please have him call me. So we talked for like maybe an hour. He was so nice, and he just wanted to know what the hell was happening.
Yep.
And I said, I'll send you everything. But she disconnected the internet, so I haven't been able to send him anything. So I talked to him today because I'm like, I need internet. I'm not gonna leave with like there's no locks. I Make sure.
I kind of don't blame her for not leaving. She has her cats there and all her stuff there. God knows what these idiots are gonna do when she's not around. Yeah, I would be pissed, if they harmed one of the cats or something like that. But I don't know. They seem like they might do something like that. So I would be
Yeah, most
really pissed.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim Hicks. The other so the reason I wanted to not really show the Lindsey Clancy thing, but talk about those type of cases is, again, what the show topic is called the inversion perversion. We're living in an inverted, the morality is inverted. So what is clearly bad and evil is being called good and innocent, and it's just, the things are just completely backward in our society right now. And this is like, I don't know how much more of an extreme example people need to see before they kind of start to realize that. So the reason I say that is not to, because this is important. The reason I'm pointing out the inversion here is not to get anyone mad. In fact, I've found, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Once you kind of accept that, maybe in the West or here or in our current society, that it is inverted, it is sort of evil and demonic, or a little bit of a hell realm, it makes you be a little bit more at peace with it. Because, like, how are you going to get mad at hell for being hell, or demonic people for being demonic? This is what's going to be happening. So you can't, I guess you can be a little bit mad about it. And I know it sounds a little bit strange, but there's a little bit of peace that can come with you just got to see it for what it is. And no one really wants to say, like, we are living in an upside down, society. People, whoever steals the most has the most. Whoever's the most greedy has the most. Whoever is the biggest piece of shit has the most. Whoever is not really the most talented for a lot of things like that. Like even comedians right now, every hack comedian who steals other people's jokes and stuff is getting, all the fame, the glory, and everything like that. Remember all the comedians you liked? Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, and all that? They went to Saudi Arabia, got quite a bit of money. I'm pretty sure they already had a lot of money. But they're going to go over there and start doing comedy and telling you what morals you should have? I don't really know about that. I don't, you know what I mean? They had Dave Chappelle has quite a bit amount of money. I don't think he quite needed to go to Saudi Arabia. I don't think these guys needed to really go there. So we'll take that kind of out of it. But the theme of what I'm saying, like Taylor Swift and the most untalented people are getting all the fame now. People who sell out to get a data center, or the people getting the most money right now are building data centers for your death. People who are, if you're a good, kind, giving person right now, you are a fucking loser. And I'm including myself in that. But if you want to be considered a loser in an evil, corrupt society, that's good. That's what I'm saying. That's how flipped over everything is right now. So if you're not making it as good as you think you should be as a head in life, that's probably because you're doing things the right way and you're an honest, good person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the inversion going on right now. And so I just want people to, kind of take a little weight off their back about all this and not really be as upset about it, because it's not meaning we're accepting it, but we're not saying we think it's acceptable, but I think you guys kind of get my point a little bit here. What were you going to say, Seagrip?
Someone once told me, life is easy if you live it the hard way, but life is hard when you live it the easy way. And so, and it was from the perspective of, getting up, finding ways to create and add value, getting compensated for that value, saving, growing, and investing, living a moral life, being a good citizen, being a good neighbor. Those things are hard, but if you live your life that way, your life becomes easy. But when you live your life trying to get over, scam, use, abuse, and take advantage, you know, that fast money just leads to slow problems. And so, and we're going to see that come the next 10 years. We're going to see this. We're going to see this implosion. I promise you that.
That's the way it should work, Secret. But I think currently, right now, it's not really functioning
right
that
now,
way.
yeah, you're 100% correct. That's why I
Okay,
say
all right, yeah.
that's why I say give it 10 years, because when you look at market cycles, when we do have our market crash, and once again, crashes is just part of market cycles. I don't want to get too deep and derail this show, but
That's fine. The show is about the show is about the
So-
inversion, and
so here's the
I don't
thing.
know how that works in the marketplace, but I'm saying right now, the more immoral or amoral you are, the more you're winning.
Yeah, in the short
is
term.
essentially, and there's always been a little bit of that, you know, forever.
What I'm trying to say is, in the short term, you're correct. In the short term, you're correct. But in the long term, and when you think about it, generally speaking, so we already know that Social Security, they're going to have to start tapping into principal. The trust is going to be exhausted, and they're going to start going into principal by between 2032 to 2035. What a lot of people don't realize is that's only if things go right and things go well, which we both know that's not going to happen. More than likely, we're going to see something around 2029, 2030. You're hearing that around a lot lately. On top of that, when you think about bear markets, because once again, when financial markets take a big hit, people don't have money to have disposable income, and they can't fund these floors. Well, generally speaking, we have a bear market, which is a 20% downturn in the financial market. That usually happens on average, 4 to 6 years. The last bear market was 2022. So we're coming up due. Recessions tend to happen on average every 10 years. Now, yes, there was a 13-year between the Great Recession of 2008 and COVID, which was 2020, which COVID's like a real anomaly. But the recession before that was 2020. The one before that was 1992. The one before that was around like 1980. So about every 10 years a recession. So we're coming up and around this whole big super cycle where we could be, and then we look at the war, what's happening with fertilizer, oil, what's going on in the economy and everything along those lines, and with our national debt. I think we're going to come up against some kind of super cycle when you're looking at bear market, recession, anything like that. So security timing, also Gen X, which is my generation, we're into 2030s is when a lot of us will be retiring. And a lot of so when you look at this of all these different events, yeah, right now we're dealing with this inversion because we're high on a hog. You know, we've been coddled, we've been people, poor choices and bad behaviors. You've been able to get bailed out. What happens when there's no more bail to bail anyone out? I think we're going to see that in the 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know if I can apply this. Let me tell Keyshawn Keyshawn, the point of what I was doing this show, and this is important for you to understand, because Keyshawn is like 19 or 20 years old, guys. What I'm trying to say, Keyshawn, is that right now in the United States, things are inverted, or which means they're backward or upside down of the way that it should be. So evil people are doing really well. People who steal, people who are petty, people who are not even talented are killing it right now. The shittiest people right now are just doing great. They're just killing it somehow. The most selfish people are killing it. Now, if you're a good person, an honest person, a fair person who doesn't steal, who does things the right way, it's hard right now. And you're going to be called a loser. If you're going to say, hey, I'm going to do things the right way and be an honest guy, you're going to be called a loser. They're like, you got to get in and start doing a crypto scam. You have to, you know, lie to people. You have to scam. You just got to get in and get out and get yours. Who cares what the other guy gets? You got to just get yours. So right now we're seeing, and the example I was using for part of this too is it's also good versus evil is inverted right now. If we have this Lindsey Clancy case and stuff like that, she's basically a celebrity now. She is anything that's evil, they're trying to make it as good, essentially. And that's what I'm trying to say is, so things are backward right now. So I don't want someone like Keyshawn Jones or somebody or people who are moral like me who put, like, I put my moral values over money. I just do. I don't give a shit. I would rather have less money and have my morals and things the right way for me. That's how I live.
I like being able to go to sleep and wake up with get a peaceful night's sleep and wake up with a clear conscience, and not looking over your shoulders, because you don't got to worry about anyone coming after you.
Yeah. So and I use the Lindsey Clancy case as kind of an example of that, but it's in a lot of things, Keyshawn. So like almost a way of looking at, if the government tells you one thing, do the opposite. If a doctor tells you one thing, do the opposite. If they say get the jab and the booster, don't do it. If they tell you to eat non-fat, if they tell you that soy milk and everything's good for you, don't do it. So I'm not saying do that with everything, but with quite a few things right now, you got to kind of do the opposite. They're saying buy an electric car, maybe get a diesel truck. You know, like, these are extreme examples, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm saying a lot of the things are bad. And if you, so another thing too, right now, some of the most honest, hardworking, good people are considered a loser because they don't have a Ferrari. They're not materialistic. Look at women right now. Do women want a good man? Absolutely not. They want the shittiest murdering guy that they can find. If there's a guy straight out of prison, he will get women like crazy. If there's a guy who's a good man, would be a good family leader and stuff like that, he's going to be called a loser, a simp, all this. That's because the things are upside down from the way that they should be. And it's a way that they are in a lot of other societies, in other places in the world and whatnot. So, having, in some ways, being I would be okay being called a loser in a society that's run by pedophiles. I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm fine with that. Sorry, I'm not killing it. The more power and success you have, the more closer you are to actually being some type of PDF file who has sold his soul and done something really bad. You know, that we're talking about big levels of power. But I've seen a lot of people, guys, who have companies and small businesses, and they exploit a lot of people. And they're like, well, that's just business. I'm like, yeah, some of it is, but some of it is like, you're just a piece of shit that wants to have like a new truck and stuff. You won't pay these Mexicans anything, and they work their ass off harder than you can, and you steal their credit. You act like you're a hero helping them, and you pay them nothing. So the game right now is exploit people. I got to get mine. I got to get first. I need to, I think Dave Portnoy is so talented. Shit like that. It's like, he's a gambling small hat piece of garbage who eats a piece of pizza, and you guys think he's like awesome. He's not. A lot of people who are not talented and who are hacks are killing it right now. You know, things like that. Look at every late night TV show. The hosts on it. They're dog shit. They're not funny comedians. You know, so it applies to a lot of things, but the things are backward, and morality is the main thing that is backward. 100% the main thing that is backward. Right now, it's about scam, lie, steal, scam, exploit your body, sell your body, tell your sister to sell their body, rage bait people online for let's not even actually make cool content. Let's just like rage bait people and be annoying as hell. That's content now. If I see someone getting taken away in the ocean by a riptide, I'm just gonna actually film it for content and not even try to help them. You know, I'm just thinking of examples off the top of my head, but like this is wrong. This is wrong. So, you know, this is a big moral dilemma that we have. And it's kind of, you're being tested. Are you going to be like right now, being a sheep and going along with everyone else is basically kind of being like a shitty person, and I don't know. I mean, other people, for me, this affects me a lot. Other people, they're just like, they're just numb and they just don't really give a shit about anything. I'm not saying be numb to anything. I'm saying once you see some of this backwards, foolish nonsense for what it is, you don't have to play the game as much, I guess. Like, we don't have to be, for example, we don't have to just be a consumer where you just buy poison food all the time and stuff like that. If they want you to consume, you fast. If they want you to run, you walk. If they want you to, I don't know. I think you guys are kind of getting what I'm talking about here. If they want you to be online and post online more, like, hey, you just got to hustle and grind even way more. Maybe don't do that. Maybe just say, hey, you know what? I'm actually just going to like turn my phone off. I'm going to read a book, and I'm not really going to worry about Lindsey Clancy and what Dave Portnoy's doing. I'm not going to gamble. I'm not going to take TRT and all this bullshit and mess with these Instagram hoes and stuff like that. So like that's what I'm trying to say. Let me go read some of these comments here. So that's what we were kind of talking about, Keyshawn, and then some of these videos, there's just been smaller examples of that. Time to Think writes in, when the people on SSRIs can't get that EBT or child support, things are going to get real, and that's coming. And that's what I'm trying to say. Do you think they're going to turn around and be a good person? No, they're gonna eat their neighbor alive. They're not going to be anything. Yeah, having a clean soul right now is not valued by people. It's just not. Especially women. If you tell a woman, like, this is part of the problem, guys, with it. They kind of view being a good, righteous, moral man as being a simp. It shouldn't really be that way. So I'm not saying being a simp, a simp really isn't the right term for it, but, having a sense of morality, they're like, I've had times where these housewives wanted me to cheat when I was doing tree work at their house. And I didn't do it. And they were kind of calling me a pussy and stuff afterwards. Like, it's not out of fear. It's like, I have a soul. I didn't want to go lie to the customer when he pays me and I banged his wife. Now, if I didn't like the guy, then maybe I would do that. But for the most part, it's like, I'm not doing this because of you. I'm doing it so I can live that way. In Russia, they call this sovis. It means your conscience. It means like, I am not going to steal or something because it's actually going to fuck with me more than me benefiting from the thing that I steal. So it's not, if you have to steal a piece of bread to live, that's not Sovis. If you're stealing, I don't know, a watch from some old guy who doesn't see it, and that should make you feel bad enough to just want to give it back. So it's a different type of things like that. Whiteout writes in, they want materials but not the integrity. Yeah, there are honest ways to get. I'm doing kind of a gross exaggeration here with it. There definitely is, and I'm not saying don't work hard or anything like that, but I am saying, guys, that there is, that's what my insight is telling me. Yeah. One more quarter writes in, imagine being well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Yeah. So I am not saying be numb, look the other way to it. I'm saying accept it in an adult manner, I guess. I don't think you're allowed to get past a certain level unless you lie. Yeah, that's what I'm coming to, Carlos, as well. And that doesn't mean the guy next door to you is necessarily doing that. But there are small. I mean, look at doctors here in the United States. They get paid a lot of money. They prescribe you drugs that they know don't work well. But there's other means for it. That's a good example. They want the Porsche more than they want to see you do well. Period. That is wrong. That is immoral. That's not the Hippocratic oath. It's the hypocritic oath. They've taken an oath to do no harm. But what do? They prescribe. Guys, if the doctors were doing good, we wouldn't have so many people being sick. We wouldn't have the poison in the foods and things like that. There's a lot that gives you a very bad disadvantage. You're sick right now. You're being poisoned right now. I'm trying to say this not to get you mad, but to be a little bit, give yourself a break a little bit and understand what everyone's up against here. Tim Hicks writes in, Whiteout writes in, back in the 1960s, a grocery store worker could live on their own. Today, that is not the case. A lot of people in this generation feel like they don't get rewarded for their efforts. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to point out. Now I think about Lindsey Clancy's situation, just disposing more of what... Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, Whiteout. It's an inversion. That's what I'm... It's a perfect example of just showing how it's a blatant inversion, how she's going to be celebrated. Lindsey Clancy got $1 million. Casey Anthony got money. That bitch that drove her boyfriend into the brick wall and killed the two people, she got a Netflix deal. She's doing just fine. Happy as can be, doing TikToks in jail. She'll be out soon. She'll be rich as hell, and she'll be doing just fine. She's winning. That's what I'm trying to say. She did something wrong, evil, and immoral, and selfish, and she's winning. It should not be that way. It should have been her who died and the other two people who lived. Carmelo's Anthony's family got money. Yeah, great example. So that's the point of this show here, is to cover that, because it's actually really important. It takes time to I'm not sure about that, Tim Hicks. But I just wanted you guys to think about that a little bit, and that's why I'm saying here, like, a lot of these people who are claiming to be religious figures are evil. They're diddling kids. They're demonic. They're bad. This woman here is saying praise Jesus as she puts a tarantula down the stairs to torture her tenant. That they're just microcosms of it.
Fox, he's not telling you to leave, but he's like, you need to be safe. Like, find somewhere. Try.
So he didn't trespass you?
No, he understands that I was a victim to her.
Okay.
And he's letting me figure it out.
Are you able to hotspot your phone?
My phone has no service. Okay. I messaged her on.
Well, yeah, they are evil, Carlos. We kill a lot of people. Like, our government kills a lot of people when we give, guns to people to kill people and stuff. I mean, we help Netanyahu, who's a genocidal maniac. Like, we're helping him. So, like, the people, there's a really good quote I heard, kind of by this Muslim guy, but this kind of it just summarized kind of the inversion or the shallow-sightedness, perhaps. The average American is more concerned with getting their Domino's pizza in 30 minutes than people being killed on the other side of the world. And, you know, people are going to say, well, yeah, it's the other side of the world. What do I care? It's like, well, you're paying for having them killed. Like, we pay for that. Some of the sweat from your brow that you goes to kill people. And that, you know, that's not good. Whiteout writes in, Tim Hicks, back in the day, the son of Sam Killer, he was getting offered money for book deals, except they made the law that you can't. That ain't. That's called Law of Sam. That's called Uncle. This is called Uncle Sam Law, where you actually get money for killing people. Who else? Jeffrey Dahmer, Charles Manson. Who else? Probably that Long Island Gilgo Beach killing guy. He'll probably get money. We glorify these people. They're celebrities, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like, you know, what I also was saying, who's the most talented female musician that you know? It's probably not many, and they're probably not famous. I don't know, maybe like Alanis Morissette or something like that. Like Cardi, I hate to tell you guys, Cardi B and Lizzo are not like the Mozart of our time. Okay? You know, the Spice Girls weren't, you know, musical. They didn't play an instrument. They're, you know, we don't have like, I know the Spice Girls is, yeah, Alicia Keys, yeah. But Alicia Keys hasn't been, you know, getting the fame that she has. You know, Alicia Keys is a good example of someone who is talented, but you had to dig for that a little bit. You know, so there are obviously talented people, but a lot of times some of the worst people are famous. Like that Jack Dorothy guy, that kid. He's rich as hell and he's a little piece of shit. You know, people like that are killing it right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Jake Paul and them, they started by ripping kids off of Pokemon cards. You know, so like those things are happening. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, the most talented person I know is that person, the twins, and they're not, I don't know who they are. I remember I personally think the chicks from the band Heart were like insanely talented, but you know, I can't have this example apply to everything, but I think you guys are getting a little bit of what it is. It doesn't mean everything is always exactly the opposite. Yeah, the Kardashians are famous. What the fuck do they do? One of the Kardashians has killed somebody. The only one with talent, Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, who actually was an athlete and stuff, you know, maybe killed somebody with an Escalade on the highway. You know, she actually has done something, you know, people like that. Yeah, Miley Cyrus is famous and Taylor Swift are famous, but they're not that talented, guys. They have a lot of people helping them in auto-tune and everything. They're not as talented as there are some other people who deserve it. Like right now, people just are famous because they're famous. They're not like, they haven't done anything good. They're not talented at something. They're not like, you know, an inventor. You know, shit like that. The only famous people you know have all been on Epstein's island, basically. That's how you know you're famous, if you've been on the island or something like that. So let me get back to this a little bit more.
Skype and said, like, if you want me to...
OF chicks are famous. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. You're an honest guy working your ass off doing something. You see some OF chick hoe getting a pretty good amount of money, who doesn't deserve it and who's a trash ass single mom. Single moms are celebrated right now. The home wrecker is celebrated. The home wrecker is a hero. The woman who goes and cheats on her husband and gets a divorce and steals all his money, she's a hero right now. That's what I'm saying. That's the inversion. That's wrong. Keep going here.
Leave, you need to enable the internet, or else I can't leave. And I used my hotspot for that, and then and she says, who is this? But then she turns on the Wi-Fi. She also contacted my ex that she knows I left because he physically harmed me. And she told him to come get me.
How did she do that?
She found him on Instagram.
How did she know about him?
Well, I told her, like, I escaped, and I left the situation because I need to study for the bar, and I want somewhere safe to study.
Yep.
So she added me on Instagram, and then she went through my photos, I'm assuming, saw his name somewhere.
Got it, okay.
And then he sent the text to me, he's like, why is she messaging me?
This allegedly wasn't Marissa's first time using social media maliciously. Allegedly.
This is funny. What this crazy chick does.
Marissa's ex sought a restraining order stemming from stalking and harassment claims. In apparent retaliation, reports claim Marissa created a fake Grindr profile in his name and directed unsuspecting men to his home.
So that crazy bitch, man.
What the?
But that's why I said she's probably going to end up getting some political power. That's why I said she, like, on this comments thing, let me actually go to it right now, because I watched this earlier in the day here. Yeah, look right here. This was 14 hours ago I was watching. I was like, this bitch will be elected as governor then president. Because, you know, that's the way that it's working right now.
Created a Grindr account.
Yep. And have people just knocking on us, because you know those zesty guys will just knock on your door at any time. You know what I mean? They're probably relentless too. You know, they don't take no for an answer, really.
I'm afraid because she's clearly unwell. She's unpredictable and erratic, and she has a guy with her. Her fighting me, him hitting me, like them. I don't know. They're crazy. And these cameras don't have access to internet. They're just there as like fake, like your
deterrence. Yeah.
You're trespassing, and I have the police on the phone.
I really needed to just take the computer outside, I guess, is what we have to do.
Okay.
Because I can't.
It's just loud environment, so I kind of feel bad about the spider. I don't like right there. The spider was crawling on the stairs, and then up there, yep, we're at Home Alone. Not that this matters, but she does have signs posted about, like, don't come in, don't enter, or whatever. This chick. I took a picture. You want to see the picture? Yeah. Here. Because I almost tripped over that spider, so.
Don't need to knock her back out of that box. Are you wanting to pursue charges against both, or just her?
If it's able to be against him,
He certainly seems to be enjoying this.
I would do both. That other guy is a creep.
For body cameras, and how will we ever describe half of this stuff?
Ah, there's your kitty cat. It's in the utility room. I'm not going to go touch him because he'll run from me. But see him sitting right there?
Yeah, I'd be pissed if one of the cats got hurt.
Here's the thing with the trespassing. It is an extremely gray area because in and of itself, your Airbnb contract is not legal in Edina. We don't allow Airbnbs. Your ability to be able to say she's now trespassing is going to be a moot point. It kind of coincides with this assault anyway as part of an aspect to it. So, well, if we have enough then.
After officers reviewed footage and collected photographic evidence, they determined enough probable cause to make an arrest.
Okay, Marissa.
So again, guys, she's running for like commissioner in her state. She will open an OF account. And it'll get funnier, you know. And again, she was praying to Jesus as she, throws a tarantula at her illegal tenant.
Marissa.
At a house she doesn't own.
All right, you're good.
But that's what I'm saying, guys. See how she's happy, living a great life, being evil and selfish? She's happy as can be. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just very strange time.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. However, you're under arrest. Okay.
Why?
For assault. You're under arrest.
I did not assault her.
Okay.
I did not assault her. 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 Hey, Mike.
And if you kick your heels 3 times, And if you click your heels 3 times, you might end up in Kansas.
Yeah, you might end up in Minnesota, in a Minnesota jail.
At 5 o'clock today, because I did not assault anybody. We need to speak with John Ashley. Okay, and I need to speak with an attorney first. I'm not sure why people are saying.
I would give her, a pearl necklace, though. I see these beads here. I would give her a pearl necklace.
Assault, but that's definitely not true. Okay, sounds good. How's your son doing? He's with me this whole weekend. I'm picking him up at 5 o'clock today. So that's why
She's the single mom, of course.
not be left abandoned.
That's to coordinate. That's why I'm asking if he's willing to coordinate for you.
So what's going on? I need to be told what's going on, and I need to speak to an attorney.
You're being arrested for Teresa.
Did you assault me yesterday?
Today's
Okay, so I have her on camera assaulting. Go ahead and spread your feet for me a little bit. Can he take my phone from my son so we can get a hold of someone to get my son?
That's fine, but do you not want to bring that with you?
I need to get the number.
Yeah, we can get him the number. Absolutely. I just want to make sure you have your phone with you.
Yeah, I would like to have my phone with me. Thank you. What's going on today? Give me a little heads up.
You're going to go to the Edina Police Department.
First, number one priority is my son.
Look at that creep guy. That guy is just a demon creep.
Needs to be cared for. Yep. I would like to open our family wizard app. Okay. And message his dad and say, if I have an emergency, can you please take the weekend? My son can't be left abandoned.
Officers also arrested Michael Charles, held for his role.
Good, Michael Charles. Fuck this guy. Let's look up Michael Charles, Minnesota, because that guy is probably a kid diddler or something.
Uncle Fester.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I still can't get over his head creeping out the door.
Yeah, that was fun. That was funny. I couldn't even believe when I saw this.
That would have scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, Michael Charles. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. It was bringing up Mike Liddell. Oops. Oh, Michael Charles. Refresh this page.
He might look. He might enjoy prison.
Yeah.
Or at least county. He might enjoy county.
Michael Charles. I don't know. I can't find it right now, but this gets funnier actually. But this guy is a piece of shit.
In the incident, with Marissa secured in the police vehicle, an officer contacted her child's father for her.
Hi, is this Sharif? Hi, this is Officer Van Pelt, Edina Police Department.
Sharif? She might have got with like an Indian guy or something.
Did she say Sharif or Sharif? Did she say Sharif?
I can't really.
I don't know. Is that a black? I thought it was maybe like Indian.
Hi, is this Sharif?
Sharif. So that, because she probably took, she likes the black guy. So that you think that was a well. I don't know if we can even see the kid or not. That might be a well.
Well. Gotcha, babe. Okay.
Hi, this is Officer Van Pelt, Edina Police Department. Can't really talk about details, but I need you to pick your son up today. Before 5 o'clock, there's been an emergency, okay? Are you able to do that, or do we need to find other arrangements?
We'll be here right now.
Okay, thank you.
Reach out to John Ashley.
That is such a BS message. That is such a BS message to leave.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, because I would freak the hell out if I got some kind of, I need some context. What the hell is going on?
Well, it's a woman, it's a woman. So this is what a woman does. A woman does, I call this, so this is a woman move. This is the hot potato. They just take something, my tire's flat, or, you got to pick your kid up and just let it sit there till you take the bait and try to solve the problem and have to ask for details. That's exactly what she did.
What's going on? Yep, you'll be provided with whatever numbers you need. Transporting one female in custody.
So what am I being charged with?
Right now, a 5th degree assault.
Can you really calm and respectfully and like if you were in my position, you'd be also one of them.
Yep, and we're going to explain that when we get to the police department, which is right across the highway there. We'll be able to explain it a little bit easier face to face rather than trying to talk through the back seat.
I'm lost with stress right now.
Okay, well, considering you and I have never talked before this last 2 minutes, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I haven't done anything to you or with you. We told you what would happen, and that's what's going to happen when we get over there.
How do I know that my property should be interested?
Yep, 100% you're right. That's a possibility.
But if she commits a crime, then she could be sitting where you are.
Well, she was yesterday on camera. So.
We weren't there, so that was already investigated by police. She has every right to be there. I don't know my code. I always forget it.
Post.
I know, but I don't know what that is.
We need to arrest more people.
I do have a name tag. It's just covered with my phone. So there you go. Go and stand right here for me. I'm going to take your handcuffs off. When I do, just place your hands on the wall in front of you.
After going through the booking process, officers experience an eventful transport as they bring Marissa to jail.
I didn't know she was making a rubber chicken. Oh my God, look at this. I didn't know she's. I missed that the first time I saw it. She's making a rubber chicken. Oh my God.
Process. Officers experience an eventful transport as they bring Marissa to jail.
My hands hurt.
I'm sure they do. They're not meant to be comfortable.
No, this is just abuse.
No.
I did not do anything wrong, and now I'm being harassed, kicked out of my own home.
Hey, stop it. Why'd you do that?
My hands hurt.
You can breathe just fine. Your hands have nothing to do with your breathing. Do you want an ambulance?
No, I cannot breathe.
Hang on.
Oh, Floyd's Law. Floyd's Law kicked in. Can't breathe. She got arrested at like 16:20. So like under 5 minutes, you already we've seen Floyd's Law.
Pull over and pull on the ramp.
Okay, your windows rolled down. You have plenty of fresh air.
Please, my hands hurt. I can't breathe. Oh no!
The sooner we can get this on there, the sooner we can get downtown.
I want to go home. I did not do anything wrong.
It's not going to change anything, okay?
I can't breathe.
Leave it on.
I can't.
If we're going to do that, then we're going to end up hobbling you if you're going to keep doing that, all right?
I have threats. When do I go home?
That's not up to us. As soon as we can get you down to jail and you can see a judge, that's when the determination will happen.
You're lying again. You already lost me.
Okay, well, I really don't care if you trust me. I'm trying to give you the answers that you're asking for, and if you don't want to listen, that's fine. She won't keep the seatbelt on. We didn't even make it a half mile before she stopped. So she complained that they were too tight. Paige fit 2 fingers inside there. They're not too tight.
It's not the only thing she fit 2 fingers into. Come on now.
She belongs to the streets.
Chicken.
Medically induced? What is that?
Putting on a hobble.
Where's that at?
Almost at jail.
In an unusual detour, officers transporting Marissa stopped to help restrain a man in custody
Oh yeah, this chick's a demon in the bedroom.
from an entirely separate case.
And this chick will probably like put cigarettes out on you and do like a lot of weird stuff.
You need help?
I'm trying to have a squatter leave from my own home.
Oh, you should have been talking shit.
Is that better for you?
We have Marissa Simonetti. She's mouthy, but she's cooperative.
No, Tim, she's probably a 2 and 2 type of girl.
She's just here because she's going to be a problem later. She was a problem all last night.
All today, I heard.
All yesterday, yep. She does that.
Mm-hmm.
She Airbnb'd it and then decided to take this chick's money and then come home and make that chick's life like a living hell. So she moves out and basically takes the money. She's running for commissioner, so don't forget to vote for her.
Did that other guy talk?
He got arrested too.
Yeah, but did he talk too, right?
Yeah.
What
He
did he
did.
say?
He basically said her. Is that her?
Yeah.
Shortly after her arrest, Marissa spoke with news outlets and didn't hold back.
Were you allowed to sublet? That's the question.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. So this is the news interviewing her. She's still trying to run for commissioner. I don't know commissioner of what. Like my state will have like commissioner of insurance and commissioner of other things. So it's actually a lot of power. And she will have an OF account, 100%. Secret put an article up about her, and we will see if that might actually cover if she has one or not. But this will cover. This actually gets even a little bit crazier, believe it or not.
Yeah, and the Grinder profile was with she did on one of her ex-boyfriends.
Her ex-boyfriend, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the son's father, but yeah, some dude she messed with. She created a Grinder profile for him. This chick's insane.
Yeah, this chick is insane.
That everybody wants to know. It's all pretty hazy, and help me understand the tarantula. What's with it? Bamboozle. I knew I'm running for office. This is going to blow up. And so I thought, well, let me at least make this maybe a little funny, a little Home Alone-like. I mean, it's kind of comical, right?
That's her. That's her logic, guys. Kind of comical.
I know it's going to blow up. I know I'm running for office. These women literally cannot phantom that their choices and decisions and their actions can have real world consequences. They are immune from the effects of their poor choices and bad decisions.
And we saw her earlier, and she that was not her plan. Why were you surprised you got busted then? You know what I mean? So she's just lying on top of lies on top of lies.
But you went out and bought a tarantula to do that? Has you ever seen the movie Home Alone?
After Marissa implies Jacqueline is a squatter, reporter Karen Scullin questions her on Jacqueline's claims that she paid money to stay there.
So she.
This is fun. So this is a classic woman right here. Classic. It is kind of funny. Just watch. This is a classic woman right here, and this is a woman trying to hold another woman accountable. So it's not even done well.
She gave $1,500.
So the tenant, so she didn't own the house, guys. She was there for 3 months as Airbnb and tried to rent it to some other girl to probably have her, pay for the entire thing. Who that girl paid $1,500 to her. Okay?
Says that she did. Did she? She did stay for a period of time. Was that $1,500 for 2 weeks? Who knows? Oh, you don't have a price, or you didn't have a price? Well, she thought it was for free. Well, I thought she paid $1,500. I don't know what she said. She paid.
See, that's how. See how naturally she just denies the responsibility and tries to carry on the conversation, guys. That's women's mindset.
For the time when she was there, she's an attorney. She's smart. She was playing a little game. You sound a little unhinged in that video. Yeah, and at the end of the day, unhinged got her out of the house. Are you the homeowner? So great question. That's a public record and everybody can research that. Yes. So you are the homeowner. Great question. It's public record. Anybody can.
So the answer is no. She was the Airbnb guest. She's not the. See how she lies?
Research it.
Great question.
Are you
the? Great question. That's public record. Anyone can research this.
Yeah, which this stupid broad here should have done. Like, they're already asking, like, we already know the answer. So, it's a softball question. But that's what I'm saying. She might have a political career in front of her, because if you start answering questions like that, being that kind of hot, this could be AOC type. I'm serious. She has no morals. She'll do anything.
Homeowner or who?
That's what I'm saying. That's why on this thing I put, like, she might be governor and then president.
John Ashley. He's the homeowner. Oh, he's the homeowner.
He's the homeowner, therefore not you, ho.
Homeowner. I live here. Okay. So doesn't he have to ask her to leave? So I guess so.
Before ending the interview, reporter Karen Scullin asks Marissa if she feels she is fit to run for county commissioner.
I'm good at creatively solving problems, and at the end of the day, I didn't physically harm anyone.
That's what it's called.
Creatively solving problems. Yeah,
We are the world. Oh my goodness, it's
Oh.
priceless. That's what we call it these days.
Yep. Yep. You know, thinking outside the box.
Everybody, I mean, I'm a silly goose. It's funny.
Oh, she made shirts? I didn't know she had merch. It's a chicken head thing. In here it says "got too silly" with like a goose in there. What the fuck is that? Look at that. Let me see if I can like zoom in somehow. It's right here in the corner. I know she had merch. I missed that the first time. Wow. I don't think it's a goose in the front seat. I'm pretty sure it's a I think it's a chicken head.
She belongs to the street.
Oh my god, I didn't know she had merch with it. Oh my god.
She says she felt threatened. Well, she felt threatened. She said a lot of things. I've done nothing to be
Well, she felt threatened.
ashamed of, and I'm happy where my life is at.
Ultimately, only Marissa and her friend, Michael Charles Held, faced criminal charges stemming from the incident. Marissa was initially charged with 5th degree
Guys, come on. That is a psychopathic looking chick right there.
assault, later amended to harassment for causing extreme emotional distress. She also faced 1 count of domestic assault by committing acts to cause fear of bodily harm, and 1 count of disorderly conduct listing offensive, abusive, boisterous, noisy, and/or obscene behavior. Michael Held faced 5th degree assault for his role in Marissa's actions, along with disorderly conduct. Michael eventually made a plea agreement and was fined $300 for disorderly
Because he's a small hat Republican, so he was able to get some deal.
conduct. In the months after the incident, Marissa was destroyed in her campaign for county commissioner, losing by more than 35% in one of the county's worst performances in a decade. While fighting her criminal case, she launched a civil lawsuit against Jacqueline, Hennepin County, the city of Edina Police, and several officers in their individual capacity. While a whole other video could be dedicated to her legal arguments, a post by Marissa indicating she uses ChatGPT to represent herself, while the court described some of her purported legal citations as hallucinated, can fit as a summary. More than 2 years after the
So she hallucinated like Lindsey Clancy. That's all. She had a little Lindsey. Maybe it was just the male voice, that came into her head and made her, put a spider down the stairs.
Get that bitch
incident
out.
Yeah.
Get that bitch out.
numerous delays, the case ultimately proceeded to trial in the summer of 2026. Despite her failure as a politician, Marissa was able to unite 12 strangers in unanimously convicting her of all charges. She will serve 90 days with 4 days of jail credit and 2 years of probation. Should she commit another...
Which I'm surprised she got any time, really. You know what I mean? I'm glad she got a little bit of time. I think she served 2 years in the past or something like that.
Other crime during probation. She will serve a state sentence of 1 year. She was ordered to write a letter of apology to Jacqueline, attend domestic abuse counseling, obtain a mental health evaluation, and is prohibited from possessing firearms. Her court fines and fees total over $1,000. Before reporting to jail, she posted that God would intervene in her sentence.
Yeah, this is funny. Watch this. Watch this.
Intergalactic Santa Claus.
Yep. No, this is true. I saw this earlier today. This is crazy. There's a we'll finish this, but there's an article that will confirm it for you, Whiteout.
My name is Marissa Simonetti, and God is going to step in. I will not be falsely imprisoned tomorrow. So we're just stopping by before we take into interpretation. It's the wrong building, but that's quite all right.
She later posted that she filed an emergency notice identifying herself as male, seemingly in an attempt...
Yeah, so she tried to say she's a man now. Oh my, that's creative problem solving, though.
...to cause hurdles for the system. At the time of posting, Marissa is currently serving her sentence while simultaneously running for Minnesota Senate. That vote takes place on November 3rd, 2020.
And she's trying to be a senator now. She might get it, guys. Senators love shit like this. She'll throw down on the Rothschild party. She'll go to Epstein. She'll do whatever you want. She's your girl.
26.
On July 3rd.
Let me show you guys this so you can see another. C Group found this. This is a local news organization. Along came a spider, among other things, and a frightened tenant away. This is these are the pictures that we saw earlier. I don't know why it's not. It's only letting me show like that. That it's not letting me zoom. Oh wait, maybe I can zoom in. No. It's not letting me zoom in on that, but that's what we saw earlier. Marissa Simonetti is running for the District 6 Harapan County Commissioner seat in the November 5th election, faces a 5th-degree assault charge after heated confrontation with the Airbnb guest at her Enadina residence of June 21st. She's accused of tossing a large spider, maybe with tarantulas, some toys, and some other items down a flight of stairs in the general direction of another woman who had been renting the house from her. The charge involves causing someone to fearful bodily harm and does not require physical contact. Skip a little bit. People calling me the People are calling me the tarantula tosser. Samedi said. What's funny? See, she thinks it's funny. Is what's funny at how I gently tossed it in the video. It wasn't an aggressive thing. It was the most gentle little roll. So she threw it kindly. She kindly threw it down the stairs to attack the woman. I think if someone truly out of control would have acted differently. I never even went down the steps. I did not physically see her that day. Yeah, you did. You filmed her. We saw you see her. So I didn't touch anyone she had. I didn't put my hands on anybody. You can literally just start laughing at the end of my videos. And I'm up there cheering and singing, "Thank you, Jesus." So, earlier this month, I think it's covering the same thing. Her justification. Asked how the spider came to be involved, Samedi cited the movie Home Alone as inspiration. She has been posting a picture from the movie on her social media with Daniel Stern and a tarantula on his face. I was like, I've got to secure my house against these home invaders, she said. I felt like a little mama and a poor kid was coming home to a home invader. That's how I felt. I was worried my kid was going to get hurt. Please. For her son's sake, Samedi says she doesn't allow drama in her home. We don't allow yelling, name calling, or hitting. That's, oh my God. When asked if I got the spider precisely for that purpose, so she got it just to do that. I don't know if we could characterize it as that, but I would. But I did just turn on praise and worship music, and I think it's kind of a funny juxtaposition. She thinks it's funny. Crazy. So, but that's why I commented on that. We might see her get in some political power because that's part of the inversion that we're talking about here. Like look at Hillary Clinton's had a lot of power. She's a demon. AOC is a talentless 304 puppet kind of, brainwashed bartender. You know what I mean? So people, the woman that really deserves it and has read a lot of books and is, doing the right thing and volunteering and stuff, she ain't going to get in Congress like AOC is. That's what I'm trying to say. Carlos writes in, I knew she stole that from Home Alone. She's an over the hill millennial, too old for the people. Yeah. Crazy. Speaking of Home Alone, R.I.P. Tim Curry. So maybe that's the guy who was dead in it. I think Joe Pesci's still around though. So, anyways, guys, we'll call it as that. But I want you to take away the inversion thing, not be mad about it, but just when you see it, understand it for what it is. Don't get mad at it. Don't try to change it. We can't change it. It needs to sort of change on its own. It's not your responsibility to go and try to change it. You just got to kind of understand it and don't get frustrated. maybe some people are not where they want to be in life financially or other things like that. And, you know, someone put in here, you don't want to be comfortable in a corrupt system, something like that. And that was a really good way of saying that. Let me look. I'm looking back through here. Because that's a good way to end it on here. I can't find it, but someone said, like, you know, it's hard to be in a thank goodness for smartphones. Would Karen would even exist with it? When I see they'll say that's inversion stuff. No thanks. Yeah, because I put a lot of time into thinking about this, guys. Like, this isn't just something that, you know, I have kind of talked about it, but I started to really reflect on it more. And you do see it a lot. But that's all this Lindsey Clancy thing is. It's just an inversion. What is wrong is being said is right and being, you know, pushed for. And these women who are just insane are, you know, backing her up. So it shouldn't make sense, but it makes sense, I guess, that. So, and it's not just women, it's men too. It's you know, men, monetary systems, medical systems, banking, finance, insurance, you know, tech. It's in a lot of things. So if you're not where you want to be, or you know, this is not the system you want to be at the top of the food chain in a sense, because you know you kind of had to sell your soul a little bit to get there. So basically right now, the more you sell your soul, the more you will win. The less you sell your soul, even in very, very small concessions, the less you have and everything like that. Doesn't mean you're always going to have nothing, but you know, I want you guys to, you know, just think about that a little bit. You know, what is your peace of mind? What is your soul worth? You know, anyways, guys, thanks for showing up here. We're at the 3.5 hour mark, and I'll probably do some more shows this week. I took a little time off. I'm back to the Snowboard Joe 98. I was trying some like bullshit with the Joality realm that ChatGPT was telling me to do. I shouldn't have listened to AI. Should have taken my own advice and not listened to it. So thanks, guys. You rock. You know, don't get inverted. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, Snowboard.
Yeah. See ya.